We are live now. Time to tweet about things to say that I am live now. Usually some people find it fast, because it does give announcements, but usually it's not like instant. Wait, what? Oh, I haven't been doing this right. Okay. Yeah. Cool, there we go. Oh, what's up? We got Flindo, Narwhal, and Bonko here. You know how to actually take stocks on raster now, right? Turns out it is a big game changer, knowing how to kill. It is a big game changer. One sec, I'm in the... Damali, thank you for the follow. I'm in the middle of the, I need to be live. And I've discovered that this doesn't populate correctly on YouTube streams. It doesn't show that I'm under this specific game. It just says that I'm streaming some game. Which, that'll work for people that are following me. But I like it if people that are just interested in Rivals also see it. You know what I mean? Also, I realized it wasn't showing ads correctly. So we got that too. Jace, what's up? He's just weird to learn. Oh yeah, for sure. Raster is very different. Very different. How loud is the music right now? It feels really loud to me. Oh no, okay, it's totally fine compared to the voice. More free drops? Yep. We got Earth drops now. I was gonna stream anyways, but because I try to do the once or twice a week. Looking majestic as usual. If you ask me that in 30 minutes, I'll have a good segue. Right now, I'm not ready to segue into that quite yet. Hold that compliment. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's tweet. I am live. Wildster, thank you. How we doing? You have a very nicely groomed mustache. That also works. I do feel like I'm getting close to needing a beard trim. It's not too long. It's definitely been a lot longer, but it's just long enough. I should adjust this slightly. It's just long enough that I'm like, it could be a little bit shorter. Just tiny, tiny, tiny bit. When I say oh, I'm gonna get a trim, I mean the loose ends kind of stuff. Flindo, I really appreciate you correcting your spelling, but unfortunately it is still corrected wrong. You still spelled it wrong afterwards. Why isn't anything showing up in here? What's going on? Why can... Oh, caffeine isn't up. Okay, cool. This is set up to go live to populate when I hit one button. I don't know why it didn't. I need to remember to pull Caster Labs up. This should have popped up automatically when I started my stream. I don't know why it didn't. Oh god, this is taking forever. Wait, what? Is it not? Someone type in chat. It should be connecting. Why wouldn't it be? Have you win all your games other than if you get matched against me? That also works. Test post. Okay. We got just YouTube. Why is only... Okay. Dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Views from YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. It's not recognizing that Twitch is here. What? Why does something always happen? Accounts. Yeah, it just doesn't have my Twitch connected. Why? I've already authorized this. Why would this be... I'm just annoyed that every time I stream, something happens. Okay. Boom. All right, let's test it one more time. Because Flindo, then we'll be able to see you. Test again. Bam. I don't know why that... Okay, cool. Well, now I learned that I have to double check Caster Labs for some reason. All right. Now y'all can see yourself. Now Twitch and YouTube will both be showing up there. Plan for the day. I need to make my post quick that I'm live. Plan for the day. I want to talk about what the first week of Rivals 2 has been like, because I think there's a lot of stuff that's happened, and I'm really excited about it. Both like some of the numbers it's hit, like the numbers, the success, both like attention, both positive and negative. Like I think there's a lot of stuff to talk about. The new player experience is a whole section by itself in that. Because I think that's been a huge thing that everyone's kind of like, oh yeah, this is really hard for new people. And I think that's totally worth discussing. I have my own personal announcement. Once there's enough folks in here, I'm going to do that. And then, yeah, if I have time, I'm going to play some games. It's going to be a short stream today, probably like 3 hours. So I will be playing some games. I do have a new main right now. I've been on the Forsburn, like, pretty consistently for the last, like, 4 days-ish. So I'm excited about that. All right, let's make this post. Ironically, I just dropped Forsburn for Raster. Really? I mean, not really, like, I'm surprised, just... I guess they're both complicated, and if you said you were new before, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, dope. Oh my God, that's the wrong picture. What happened? Oh, right, there we go. There we go. I can't post the wrong photo. That'd be so embarrassing. Test response, perfect. I mean, it's all showing up now. I don't know why it wasn't before. It was being really weird. It was being strange. Bam. All right. I have a meeting soon. Can you do the announcement real quick? No. I'm sorry that you have a meeting soon. But I need, like, people to be here for that. That's kind of how that goes. I feel like my camera's pointing lower than normal. Or is this normal? Maybe this is normal. I think I was just sitting closer to the camera than normal. Blessed cheeseburger, thank you. Is the announcement Pop-Tart related? That was a huge swing, but also a huge miss. Good chance. Good guess, good guess. It is a personal announcement, not game related. I guess it's tangentially game related. All right. Just give it a sec. Did you guys see? Did you see? I'll bring it up later. That they just shared that we have hit 100,000 people that bought the game. Carrot Peeler, thank you. Oh, thank you for the sub too. Dang. Thank you for the Prime. Do you see that we hit 100K people for Rivals? That's actually nuts. Like, that's numbers that early Guilty Gear games hit. Not Strive, obviously. Strive is big. But, like, 100K for Rivals is insane. Yeah. Yes. Like, I don't think people have realized what those numbers mean. Like, that's just big. I don't know what I tweeted, but I am getting bots liking my stuff, and that's annoying. Yeah, 100K is insane. I want to go over stuff that's like the... Oh god, that like broke. What happened to that thing? I want to go over some of the like numbers that everything's been getting later. Or trading stream labels. Let's just refresh that. There we go. There we go. That's like 1 million people. You're right. 100K is just like 1 million people. It's almost the same. It's almost the same. So let's actually pull that up because I think that's worth showing and talking about. Oh, hello. Hello, computer. Computer, don't do this right now. Don't do this to me. There we go. There we go. Why isn't this pulling up? I don't need display capture. I want Chrome. Just, oh, it's because I'm not on Chrome anymore. It's because I forgot that I switched browsers for the first time in so long. I literally don't know when the last time I switched browsers was. Thank you for the follow, Daffy Desert. Also, if you are watching, we do have drops on for the Twitch side of things. They are now for the Earth characters, which means I gotta watch too. Discovered you don't get drops if you're the one streaming it. All right, let's look at this. 100K people playing Rivals. That includes Kickstarter backers from what I'm aware of, but that's actually bonkers. Like, that is some huge numbers. I would love to compare it to what Rivals 1 sold. I would need to look that up, though. Let's see, actually. Can I look that up off screen? Rivals of Aether sales numbers? I don't know if that can't be right. This is telling me that Rivals 1 sold like over 1 million copies. I guess it was out for almost 10 years. I don't know. That's amazing. I think it is. Especially for its first week. Like, no matter what. Owners, active players. Okay, all of these are giving me totally different numbers of... Okay, never mind. I need to find a real thing. This website's telling me that Rivals of Aether 1 is 222,000 active players. So that's not accurate. That's just not accurate. How many copies of... All right. There's a Forbes article. When was this? In 2019. So, like, 4 years into the game being... I forgot that Dan made Forbes 30 under 30. That feels like something he would joke about a lot more. But apparently at that point, it had sold 500,000 units. So it took like 5 years or 4 or 5 years for the game to sell 500,000 units. And now Rivals 2 has sold 100,000 units in a week. Rivals 1 is apparently bigger. Apparently, according to that. Look at. I've also never seen Daniel. It's always Dan. I don't know if I like it. Who's this Daniel fellow? But yeah, this was posted in 2019 and the game went live in like 2015. So, young Daniel. I mean, he's used this picture for a long time for a lot of stuff. Okay, I've heard Daniel Fernaniel when people are just making jokes. But yeah, that's huge. 100K is big. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, let's go to SteamDB, which is a website that tracks average player counts for games. So let's pull up Rivals 1 and 2. Rivals of Aether. Charts. Hey Wisely, hope you have a good stream. Thank you, SSK. And I thank you for pushing back our thing at... Because I was like, I can't just stream for like 2 hours and then be done. Workshop SKUs numbers. Yeah, no, you're going to see Workshop in here. I think that's important to talk about. But even with Workshop, the team has said that Workshop was like their biggest bump in sales. Just got done standing in the line. That was a long line from what you were saying. All right. So we're looking at this. This is Rivals 1. I'm happy that there's over 500 people playing right now. That's dope. So its all-time peak in 2,922 was here. And that is when the game officially, I can't get it to highlight it correctly. That's when the game officially left early access and had its definitive edition. This is like it was in some Humble Bundles, stuff like that. And then let's see, when was Workshop added? Rivals of Aether Workshop release. September 28, 2019. Which is here. June, July, August, September. Yeah, look at that. Big bump on Workshop release date. There was also a different patch that went along with that. And then you just see increased numbers throughout the rest of the time. And these are a lot of people playing the game casually. Like, that's what, like, playing casual Workshop stuff. That's why the numbers just stay up after that. The game would have had its own growth anyways, like, just through characters and different things. But, like, this was really big for the game, obviously. Basically, your whole Rivals 1 experience was playing the Workshop characters. Yeah, it was for a lot of people. There's a lot of people who I'm, like, good friends with that are, you know, top players in Rivals 1 and now 2 that got into it because of Workshop. But, like, big bump from Workshop here. This big bump was Definitive Edition. I think this was the rollback patch. I think that's when rollback was added, which is so funny that rollback by itself is just that big for games. Now let's look at Rivals 2. Charts. Obviously, day one is big. Day one's always going to be your biggest game. The consistent players went up so much. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's just generally larger. When's the announcement happening? So this peaked there. 11,000 peak was the day it released. And then 9,000, 7,000, almost 7,000, almost 7,000, over 7,000, 6,800. Like, we are consistently hitting like 6,700 at the lowest peaks every single day. And this is not only a week into the game, but you have to remember also a week after the demo. We had the demo for a full week too. I'm kind of considering it the first 2 weeks of the game because of that. Like, that's really, really good. Obviously, there's going to be a drop-off. There always is. But, like, let's look at what are some, for you guys, what are some things that you think of as in, like, the same category of games as Rivals? I can pull them up to show, like, what their launches were. Because I've been looking at a lot of this. A lot of this is the kind of stuff I look at when I'm, like, trying to figure out what to do for videos and do other stuff. Oh, here's a good one. Steam DB fighting games. I'm going to look up most played fighting games right now. Multiverses, Slap City, things like that. All right. So this is just current 24-hour peak and all-time peak for fighting games. Frame Makers, yeah, I can look up all of them. Yo, I'm at work. Hope you're doing well. I am. Rivals is currently the 6th most popular fighting game by current players. And that's above Strive by more than double. Brawlhalla is always the biggest. I don't count Naraka because it's the way this website does this is right now. Yeah, exactly. Someone pointed out Arkham Knight. The way this is done is like if the game has fighting game in its like SEO stuff. You know how when you click on a game and it'll be like it'll give you the categories that the game is put out under. Like that's why there's some games that just aren't fighting games like Arkham Knight and Naraka and things like that. Yeah, the tags. Yep. But it's still a good category to look at because all competitive fighting games still end up here. I also don't want to include Sparking Zero because it's a arena fighter. There's hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, this is how like that one single player game got like into the area for fighting game of the year. Yeah, Brawlhalla is always huge. It always has been. Sifu, yes. Yeah, that's the one I couldn't think of. Is huge, but it's all casual. Like, the number of people that play Brawlhalla on an average day, like, from what I've heard, almost none of them touch ranked. So it started small. I don't know what this big bump was. I don't know. But it's also free to play. And for better or worse, Brawlhalla runs on literally anything. Brawlhalla can work on the worst laptop. It can work on what was I saying? It's on mobile. It's on every single console. It has crossplay on all of them. It has like a lot of different stuff. It's kind of going down. I think that this was when Multiverses came out actually, because they were similar and people were checking it out. But Brawlhalla is enormous. Even though it's in a lull right now, this might have been, I don't know when Ubisoft bought them, and I don't want to look all of it up right now, but like Brawlhalla is huge. It's just the player base barely ever, because it's people that are looking for like a free Smash game kind of. I have my people that play Brawlhalla outside of like people that I know through Smash and through fighting game stuff. But it's all people that are like, yeah, I wanted a game that was like Smash that I could play on my computer for free. Which is fine. Totally fine. It's just that that's the audience that it's kind of going for. Which is why they've leaned hard into accessibility. It's why they've leaned hard into very easy controls. It's hard to SD in that game. It's hard to, like, as can run on as many consoles as physically possible, like that kind of thing. It's just a very different. It has a competitive scene because of how many people play it, not because it was designed for that in like the first place. Raquel is 6? I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, Strive. I'm surprised that Strive doesn't have more because they had a big patch come out today. Okay, it's higher today, but marginally higher today. That's why. Okay. So its peak today was higher, but it's not like it dropped like a crazy thing. Well, no, Melee also is not designed for competitive play. I would never say that. I wonder if this is when characters come out. Because these are giant bumps. These must be when characters come out. Oh, Requel is Rival's sequel? I never would have gotten that. But yeah, let's look at the first like week of Strive, just because I'm curious. 31,000, 30,000, drops down to 23,000, 21, 21, 19. In about 17 days, it drops down to 11,000. In about a month, a little over a month, goes down to 7,000. And those are still very good numbers. Like, Strive was like the biggest game at a lot of major tournaments at this point. And you're hitting normal peaks. And this is like when it was like the biggest game at Combo Breaker and Evo and everything like that. So it's very normal for a game to drop in players there. That's why I'm really interested in seeing what Rivals does. Because if you think about it, we had the demo, then it went up after the demo, which is crazy to me. And now we're sitting at about, on average, like 7/10, 2/3 of what the peak was. Do I count For Honor? I've never played it. It probably don't, just because the audience doesn't overlap at all, but I've heard some people that are in the FGC really like it. What was that, Sine Wave? I don't have that up anymore. They're here too. For Honor is on here. But like, we're hitting Tekken numbers right now. We're hitting Street Fighter numbers right now. We're only 1,000 away from each. Anwar, how you doing? Jet Jenga, what's up? I've seen your results, Jet. You're scaring me right now. Milson, thank you for the follow. Wisely guess my main? You main Fleet, I believe. I'm gonna guess. You main someone with a projectile. Not like Texas TV. But like, I'm pulling... Also, I don't know what's going on. Why? I looked at this yesterday. MK11 was... Which is the old one. MK1 is the new one. MK11 had twice as many players at the time as MK1. It's Fleet? I was right. All right. You did play Rano for a bit? Nice. Yeah, it's not like a traditional fighter. I know that. It's because MK... I think you mean MK1. But like, that's still crazy. I've never seen that. DBZF. That's the numbers that's putting up right now. What are other ones that I specifically wanted to look at? He felt way too much like Sheik? Yeah, that's because you were playing the character that was designed after Sheik. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I heard that about DBZF. But yeah, Anwar, if you... saying that Rano felt too much like Sheik is the point. Rano and Claren came out in the same patch in Rivals 1, and internally, the devs called it the Melee patch, because it was them adding Sheik and Marth, so that they had more character archetypes. Sheik feels too much like Sheik. I agree. Someone asked me to look at multiverses, which we are not doing. If I see trashing on the game, that's not the point. I am interested in looking at how similar games have done in their first week. So this is the recent release. 5D Chess is not a fighting game. Now we're just looking at games. Now we're just looking at different games. So 114, 99, 76, 59. And that's dropping numbers hard and fast. Which is a bummer. I like Frame. I have not announced that yet. That has not happened yet. But thank you. Only YouTube chat will be able to see that one, I guess. Yeah. So these are similar games. But I'm not looking at the peaks. I'm looking at player retention right now. I'm looking at player retention so that we can see. I'm just trying to compare, like, not overall numbers, but just like percentages to see kind of how we're doing with Rivals. So in its first week of the new release, so the 28th of May to about, like, what day? Tuesday to Tuesday, it dropped from 114,000 to 43,000. And if we're generous and we include the demo for an extra 2 weeks, that dropped from 114,000 to 22,000. Oh no, someone said, like, those are not bad numbers for multiverses. It's not. I was actually talking to a friend who works on multiverses. I can't say specifics because NDA stuff, but what was I gonna say? He's like, yeah, we actually have good average player counts for a fighting game. Just not what people expected from a multiverses game that was attempting to compete with Smash. But as far as, like, average daily players, yeah, they do have good numbers. The other thing he mentioned is they don't really have, like, cultural capital. Very few people are out here making multiverses YouTube videos or doing multiverses streaming outside of, like, people that are already covering multiple games like Void or anything like that. What's up, Demo Night, Team Fortress 2? How are we doing? You stopped because Warner Brothers handled it poorly. I totally get that. It's also the same if we look at the first release of Multiverses. I'm not going to give them the credit of saying beta. This was just the first release. Stayed up, and then it dropped pretty hard again after that. Someone said Slap City. I'm going to warn you, as soon as we're looking at these games, the numbers are going to be a lot smaller. That makes me a little sad. I wish more than 2 people were playing Slap right now. Chat, we can change things. We could be the change the world needs. All right. $700. Okay, so this was a Friday. The peaks are wildly different on here. It's, like, shifting a lot. And then something happened here that everyone's like, all right, we're not doing this anymore. We've had our fun. The hype is not. Slap is great. Slap is a really good game. I played it recently to get footage for the Spaceys video, and I was like, oh yeah, this game's really fun. You wish there's more content in Rivals? I do too. They're going to be adding more next week. But I do too. Wait, what? You don't consider free-to-play a legitimate business model. Every free-to-play game sucks. I disagree. I play some free-to-play games that I enjoy. But I've seen a lot of free-to-play games that are not handled well. So I understand why you're saying that. Did I check Rivals 1? Yes, I did. But also, yeah, it's week 1, and they released the game with 300 different cosmetics. It's okay that there's not enough content in it yet. Which ones? I play Apex. It's been a hot minute since I've played, but I play Apex. The thing that hurts this is is that Slap City hit its peak in early access. Yeah. Framemaker seems like it's on the same path. Framemakers didn't even get to this. I've never actually played Framemakers. When we used it in the video, someone else from my team gave me some data on it. That's more players than I was expecting. That's also more players than I was expecting. All right, maybe I was wrong. Framemakers got bigger on release than I thought. 2,000, and then it dropped to 700. That hurts. That's the thing that hurts. Not that its peak was there, but that it dropped so quickly. Deadlock is free to play. Yeah, I also play Deadlock. You're right. I forgot about that. Though Deadlock, I don't have any way to pay for anything right now. There's no... It's in such early access that there's no cosmetics or anything I can pay for. You've played so much Deadlock, or so much Apex that you can say with confidence that it sucks. Yeah, everyone who's played a game for a long time says it sucks. But you wouldn't have played it for so long if you didn't like it at some point. You're watching Overwatch streamers play. Yeah, Deadlock is great. I literally played Deadlock earlier today. Did it on my lunch break. Didn't FrameMakers have a bug? I've heard the netcode is still not great for it. Crazy how it's blowing up outside of Plat. Oh, you watched Overwatch streamers stream Rivals, not Deadlock. Because a lot of Overwatch streamers are doing Deadlock. That's cool. We are looking at FrameMakers. Oh, you want to look up Nasby. That actually is an interesting one if we're comparing that to the Rivals one. Because Rivals had a much higher, or Nasby 1 didn't hit as big of a high peak as I thought. And then let's look up like the first month-ish. So released 13,000, dropped down to 9,000, 7. But so like let's look a weekend, Wednesday to Wednesday. 13,000 to 3,000. Yeah, I know that it also launched on consoles. We're not looking at the peak numbers. We're looking at like where it started and like percentage of how far it dropped kind of thing. Chicken taco. Thank you. Someone was telling me, I wish Rivals 2 was free. They just aren't getting the numbers they should. And you're like, brother, the game's doing insane numbers. Yes, the game is doing insane numbers. That's why I want to pull this out is, so if you include the demo as well, of that free week we got, if we look 2 weeks in, so Tuesday, let's do Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. It started at 13,000 and then it peaked at 773,000. This is the second week because it's the first week of release. The demo having a lower peak. Yeah, unfortunately, the demo isn't shown on this graph. The demo, I'd have to pull a different chart. But so this is the second week. And it's not crazy. It's not like it's growing, but it shouldn't be. You can't sell folks on a game by telling them to play another one to learn how to play the first one? Okay. Was somebody saying that here? I know I've seen that from other people, but I don't think anybody here was saying that. Because yeah, I think that's dumb. No one should be like, buy the first game to learn how to play the second. Here it is, the sine wave. What's up? This is just, people are awake, people are asleep. That's it. Oh no, you got DQ'd from Coinbox? I thought that didn't start for like an hour. I'm not entering tonight because I'm going to be busy later. Yep, these are daily. That's why it's doing the sine wave. Every game has this. What was the other one? Nasby 2. The reason I wanted to show these was not because it's like, look at the peak number of players. I wanted to show these because I think how good a game is at keeping the number of players. Boom. Like, this is Wednesday to Wednesday is like cut in half. Yeah. Can you show the Rivals stats from Rivals 1 or from Rivals 2? I have them both up. What keyboard do you recommend for general purpose in gaming? I'm not going to be able to help you with a keyboard. I have a custom keyboard that someone made for me, which I really like, but I am not like a mechanical keyboard person. Older charts don't keep hour by numbers. Yeah. You're only going to see hour by hours if I go to the most recent days. These are just daily peaks. These are just daily peaks. I'm not interested in looking at other. So here you see the hour by hour because now we're looking at the current. All right. But yeah, Rivals 1. Boom. I love that Rivals 1 is still getting 500 people. I think that's actually super sick. 2 just didn't peak nearly as high. It stayed a little bit longer because people liked the game a bit more consistently from what I could tell. But that was about it. Again, we're not looking at these to be like, look at the numbers that it got. I wanted to specifically look at like what we can gather from like how consistent outside of day 1 it has been. 11,000, 9,000, 7,800, 6,800, 6,900, 7,000, 6,000. Like, this is just consistent the entire time versus all of these other games that people kind of look at as a little bit more like flash in the pan are like drops by like 10% every, like 50% on day 1 and then 10% on, oh, it's higher than Rivals 1 has ever been. Yeah. At like 3 in the morning, it's often higher than Rivals has ever been. Not quite. Yep. The numbers for a platform fighter game are huge numbers, in my opinion. I've heard that the Slippy numbers are crazy. Add up all these peaks and you have the real figure. I mean, I don't know what that means for this context. We did see, they shared today that 100,000 people have bought the game. 100,000 people have bought the game. So, it's usually 1v1s. I don't know what that means in this context. Yep. Yeah, adding the peaks doesn't tell me anything. It tells me that the same 12 people played it every single day, kind of thing. But the Rivals team sharing that 100,000 people bought it. And that includes Kickstarter. But, like, that's nuts. Actually, something that would be interesting is seeing how many people backed the Kickstarter. Because then we can see how many people backed it. Look at that. Oop, zoomed in way too far. $16,408 people backed it, and that means that 84,000 people bought it. 84,000 people bought it this week. That's bonkers. I did not realize that I thought more people backed because I knew that it made over 1 million, and I was like, that it has to be more than 16,000. Yeah, apparently 84,000 people bought it at launch. That's when people are like, guys, we don't know if this game is going to do well. I think it's going to die in a month. Like that. I don't think most people aren't saying that kind of stuff, but I've seen it a little bit. That's the kind of stuff that I'm like, hey, let's look at our history a bit, dude. Let's look. Oh, some of them did spend thousands. There was things that were like, for $2,000, you get access to the dev team. No one's making Rivals 2 is dead. Anybody that's saying Rivals 2 is dead is dumb. But anybody that is saying Rivals 2 will die, I also think are dumb. People always be making up. Yeah. Is Rivals 2 the smash murderer? No. It's just not. I've had people genuinely ask me, they're like, will Rivals 2 get bigger numbers like than Melee or Alt at Evo? Or not at Evo, at Genesis? Like, no, it's not. Rivals 2 will not get bigger numbers than Melee or Alt at Evo. Sorry, at Genesis. I am excited that it will be a consistent third game in the mix at Big Smash tournaments. But anybody that's telling you that this game is going to beat Alt at Genesis is straight up lying to you. I like how all the negative reviews on Steam are Salt reviews. Yeah, it's a lot of people who are like, I lost to Fleet. This game's bad. The ones that are saying that it's because of the new player experience, I do think those are legit. Those are very legit. What's my opinion on combos now that people have more skill? They seem better because people are better at DIing and SDIing out of stuff. Also, Rivals just has a higher power level than a lot of other games. Like, if you're comparing Rivals and Smash games to traditional fighting games, if ult is like Street Fighter 6, which I don't love that comparison because I really like Street Fighter 6 and I don't love ult. But if like melee is Third Strike and ult is Street Fighter 6, Rivals is like Strive. In that it's the worst character in the game, if you make a mistake, can still blow you up. Yeah, I'm saying specifically Strive because it is still way more accessible. Like, you can do the things easier. It's just bonkers, and like the lowest tier character is still going to destroy you. Hi, completely unrelated. What were the premium skins in the shop? What? I think we all have different shops, because if I buy something, it refreshes what the skins were. You think the new player experience is going to improve? Yeah, it will. They're working on, they are actively working on it. It is their biggest thing after ranked. And I think now that ranked light is out, I hope that they do ranked light, tutorials, and then full ranked. That's what I'm hoping for. Rivals 2 is the place competitive fighter players will go when they get tired of Nintendo's bullshit. Yes. It will be really interesting once Rivals does their first, like, buy this skin to donate to the Genesis pot, and then Smash players are like, oh, wait, you guys can do that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The worst character in Rivals 1 or 2 is Melee Fox level. Do you think it will be a problem? No, because I think you're wrong. The worst character in Rivals is not Melee Fox level. And that's okay. If you're saying that the worst character in Rivals is Melee Fox level, then you're saying that all the other characters are even better than Melee Fox. Smash Ult is a better casual game? Yeah. It's a very niche game and it won't be seen in any competitive events. I don't, maybe in Spain. I've already seen Rivals at like UEFA, which is in France. And I know that Rivals will be at some like UK events coming up. Smash 4, not Ult. Oh. The in-game events, yeah, that's why I wanted to pull up the stats. I wanted to pull up the stats so we can talk about that a bit. The song is too slow for the mood right now. All right. Smash players' head will explode when they could be made by a P. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad Rivals took a more competitive route. Yeah, Rivals is a game that is made as a competitive fighting game first and a platform fighter second, which is why I think, or not a platform fighter, and a party game second, which is why a lot of fighting game people are like, oh, cool, I'm interested. I want to check this out. We wish the netcode was a lot more stable in your region. The netcode feels great for me. I've played people all across the US. I've heard that if you get further away that it starts feeling rough pretty fast though. So I get that. Because Knight, I'm pretty sure you're, oh my gosh. I want to say Middle East, but I don't remember for sure. What's my opinion on floor hogging without comparing it to Melee? I don't think you can do that without comparing it to Melee. I think floor hogging's fine. It might be a little too strong, but it's not. There are dozens of ways to deal with it. I think it'll be toned down slightly, but I think it is good, and I think it's necessary for... If you don't have that, then suddenly a bunch of infinites pop up. And you don't have ways to... Like, if someone is touching your shield, you have literally no way to deal with it outside of getting lucky with parrying. What's the server system for Rivals? Are there centralized servers for each major region? I know that there's a bunch of servers in the different US regions. It's server-based rollback. Do you think they'll add items to Rivals 2? Yes, they are announced already. Rivals 2 will indeed have items. Some of them are getting added next week. Oh, you mean items like... oh my god, I just realized what you meant. You don't mean cosmetic items. You mean, like, in-game funny items. I just realized what you meant. I'm sorry, I should not have been sarcastic about that. I read you wrong. You mean, like, Smash Ball and Pokemon, like, and the soccer ball and the gun and stuff like that. I was just like, of course, they just said earlier that you're gonna get new items, thinking like skins and cosmetics and stuff. I'm gonna guess they're not gonna add items because it would be tricky. I feel like their Rivals one had casual friendly stages that had like hazards and a bunch of fun stuff. I think we're a lot more likely to get stages that cater to the casual party experience than we do items. Malo with aerial glide toss. I would not be at all shocked if either Malo or Palm get aerial glide toss. I was so surprised for a second. Yeah, it's because I read that totally wrong. You just assumed I knew more than you. I will say sometimes in this game I just do know more than people because I'm friends with some of the devs and everything. This one, no. Nope. Oops, my bad. I got that wrong. You don't like how high of a percent you can ASDI tilts other than that? Yeah, exactly. I think it's slightly too high, but I would rather have it as is than not have it at all. Australia's been popping off since launch. I've seen. I've heard. Do you know if the devs are going to add a 2-button short hop macro like Alt has? I don't know what you mean by a 2-button short hop macro. They have a 1-button short hop macro. All right, we got one more thing that I want to talk about. We went over the player counts, both people that bought it. We went over the player counts for like average. I think cosmetics seem to be in a good spot. I am not going to be the best because I have been very upfront. They gave me free Dan dollars, and then I bought one of the packs. So like, I'm not good at knowing how much you can get for free, but it seems to be like, as long as you're using the coin shop, if you're trying to buy things straight through Aetherbucks, then it's hard. But that's the point, because that's the premium currency. If you're saving money in coins, then you should be good. I want to pull up on Twitter, Rivals. Because they're going to be doing the monthly events. And we now know what the first monthly event is. The first monthly event is Minecraft. That's not true. That's not true. But it has not helped everybody that's like, I told you that Crag is Steve because he has rocks, I guess. Hungry Box just said he'd bet money that Rivals 2 would not die and live on, like, yeah, I also would bet money. I don't think it'll get as big as Brawlhalla. That'd be crazy. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Come on. Where is... Oh, by the way, there's Twitch drops now. New ones. Rocks did not exist prior to 2011. Oh, wait, I didn't think about that night. If you're in the Middle East, why are you watching right now? Go to bed. Go to sleep. So there's Earth, which I assume means that we're going to get 1 week for each element. IDK, if you saw my explanations, I apologize. I'm not sure what you're apologizing for, so that's fine. I work a corpo job and can only play 2 hours a week. How will I ever improve? I'm so sorry, Bot Matt. I promise you will be okay. I will say people need to... a lot of people are comparing themselves to, like, content creators and full-time streamers. And it's just... It's like, hey, don't... You cannot compare your progress and your... I hate this. I hate NFT game over here. Very purple. Get laid off, that's how I got better. B2. You are a content creator, that's true. Oh my god, then you have no hope. I'm so sorry, Bot Matt. I'm so sorry. If you're not Void, might as well quit. I'm at the UK. You know, I mean full-time content creators. Like, that's just their job. How to range do you? I've played TF2 for maybe a couple hundred hours in college. I am not going to be able to say anything about this. Where is here? They shared this. This is good. This is the first monthly event. It has mind-boggling graphics. I love this. I think this is sick. I love this aesthetic. I love this aesthetic. Low poly model skins. That's what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be low poly model skins or like icons and a few other things. But then they also shared this video, which I don't think has... Oh, it does. The Aether Drive X can produce mind-boggling graphics. Our first monthly event is coming soon. That's all we got. But because we have this, the entire comment section is Steve, Minecraft. 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 Why is it all Minecraft? That's not how this works. They saw a rock, and someone goes to tag me and says, "You said this wasn't Steve." Correct. It's a block with textures. That's it. It does look like a Minecraft block. No, you're right. You're right. But the Aether Drive X, none of the copy, none of the text is about Minecraft. Minecraft invented yes. Minecraft invented the square cube. I'm getting called out here. That's fine. It's just definitely, especially if you saw... Where is it? This one. You know that it's a 3D kind of thing. But people saw this, and then they see a block, and they're like, ah, dude, it's gotta be Minecraft. Oh, thank you for the Prime Plop. Thank you. And for the follow. Minecraft has exclusive IP rights to dirt. Yes, you're right. Minecraft invented rocks. The third D. True. I did see this. This is dope. If you don't know SPIF, they are like a clothing streetwear lifestyle brand. I am actually, like, this hat's from them. They're doing a bunch of different stuff. They're doing a collab with Aether Studios. Wait, what? I don't know what you're... Okay, you're just all talking about different things. Ads? Are you guys seeing ads? Should I wait? They increased the dimension from 2D to 3D. Correct. Well, one sec, Prime. But yeah, so they're doing this. They're gonna be doing a Rivals version of their, I think it's their Prime hoodie. I forget. No, it's Prime or something else. Great stuff on YouTube. I needed to get here for the drops. Hey, I'm super about it. But they're adding in patches too, which they've done on a few of their things so that you can get patches that go onto this or the arm. On Twitch, there's ads. All right, I'll wait. I'll wait. No, Prime, you can blame me for that one. You can blame me for that one. Guy in a fursuit. Hey, dude, nice sweatshirt. Yep. But no, SPIF has a bunch of really good stuff, cool stuff. Do we still have ads on Twitch? Ads wrapped up for you. Dope. Do we still have ads on YouTube? I mean, you should be getting ads on both, but I don't want to make an announcement or something without hearing. Ads done? All right, cool. Though I will say a lot more of my YouTube people watch with YouTube Premium, which is what I do. That's why I go to YouTube. I don't see any YouTube ads. All right. So something I am very excited about. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. I need to post something. Bam. You watch with AdGuard? Yeah, that's you. Oh, right, premium? Yeah, exactly. So, I didn't actually mean to transition this way, but I just saw it here. Big announcement. Let's go to this. As of today, I am now partnered with SPIF Space. I'm wearing one of their hoodies. As I said, I'm wearing one of their hats. These are things that I owned already, by the way. I gave them money for these. From now on, if you buy anything from SPIF, you are able to use code wisely for 10% off your entire order. What is SPIF Space? I'll show you. That's the point. 10% off your entire order. They make a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm literally, this hoodie is from them, and I wear this all the time. This hat's from them, and I wear it all the time. I like the, you know what? Thank you for the Skyrim shout out. We appreciate the effort. Not only is it a new sponsor, but this is a long-term sponsor. This is not like one video, anything like that. This is a, okay, Tetra, we're now getting off track. If we keep yelling about Skyrim, we're just gonna kick you. I'm sorry. It's a sine wave sponsor, but I don't know what that part means. But yeah, they do streetwear that is like based on a lot of retro gaming pop culture things. They're really dope. They're also partnered directly with, is that an audio bug on your end? Do I have audio issues? No, it is on your end. All right, cool. Like they make really dope jackets. We'll go to their website to show you, but they make a lot of really, really cool stuff. And I have been a big fan of theirs. I've worn their stuff for years. And I'm really into fashion. I'm really into style. And so to have something that is like, they have been their first place where they had a booth where they sold their stuff at was a Smash tournament. They have a bunch of different things that are them directly partnering with. They've made official merch for Combo Breaker and I think for Evo and for Genesis and for like, they're super about it. They're all in the community. I'm a huge fan. I can show you their website. But yeah, if you go to spiff.space, which I just learned that they have, I thought it was spiffspace.com, but apparently they have both, and go to code wisely, you will be able to get 10% off literally anything you order. Let's show you the website. So I want to show you some stuff specifically that I like. The key straps are dope. I know a ton of people that are huge fans of the bomber jackets. Let's actually just go to their collections. Nah. Like this jacket I don't own, and I kind of regret not getting, because it's a coach's jacket that has like the GameCube controller on the back with Always on My Mind. It looks really good in person. I still have not been told who's Hull, what's his effect in his keyboard. I have no idea what you're talking about now. It's not just nerds supporting nerds, because like I said, they do a lot of stuff with Smash and fighting games, but it's also nerds supporting nerds, and I really like style and fashion. And the fact that I can have a partnership that I can be an ambassador for a group that is doing cool stuff in fashion is like really sick. Test, what's up? They are sending me a gift package, and I literally asked for this to be included. This is a key strap that they made for Combo Breaker that I immediately regretted not getting at Combo Breaker when I was there, because that combines a dope brand and like my favorite tournament. Let's actually organize this, because they're just going to show you a lot of stickers, which are cool. It's just not what I'm as excited about. I think. But they do a big line of, oh, it's Core, not Prime, of beanies and hats that all like let you put different patches on them so you can swap them in and out. They've got the flight jacket stuff. I really like this messenger bag, actually. I wear like waist bags and messenger bags. I'd be super about that. Crewneck sweater, is that what I'm wearing right now? Yeah, it's sold out. You can't get it. I love this thing, though. You met the SPIF guys at Evo, and they're so cool. Yeah, thank you for banning Tetra from the channel. I'm not about having someone just scream Skyrim quotes in all caps. It's not about it. Or you can get controllers. Oh, with the Hall effect, whatever. But like this stuff is dope. They also did a line of joggers with the same look. I don't own that. They are right now getting ready to do a new big drop. I don't know what it is. They have some stuff that's pretty big boy friendly. Yeah, they do. Also for me, which is small. Like this is a Mortal Kombat jersey that's themed after that. I'm not a big Mortal Kombat person, but then they like this is a Mortal Kombat caster that they partnered with to like show it off. Like that kind of stuff is dope. And then their big thing that I think a lot of people know them for is their jackets. Like this is bomber jacket with Bowser on the back. I will say it doesn't look something about the picture. I think it looks better in person even. I really like this one, but that's because I play Street Fighter, and this is an Akuma one. You just ordered a Throne 2 jacket from them. Unfortunately, I don't think the Throne 2 one. If you can use my code, great. If you can use it, that's awesome. I don't know if you... you can try. But yeah, I'm super pumped to be partnering with them. I'll be wearing... I already wear a bunch of their stuff, so that literally won't change anyways. But I'm super pumped to be, like, able to shout them out. And the code works across the website. Yeah, but he said he got the Throne 2, which means he bought it through StartGG, not from their website. Because Throne 2 is an event that's doing, like, sales. And so I don't think my code works in StartGG on a different tournament's revenue thing. But yeah, so that's just going to be an ongoing thing. It's going to be like something that I shout out when they do specific drops or when they're doing other stuff. Yeah, Demo Night, I need you to stop asking about keyboards right now. It's totally taking over the chat. And people are asking you to stop tagging them about it. But yeah, their stuff is super dope. I'm a big fan. And it's one of those things that I usually don't like a lot of like nerd focused, especially like streetwear and other things. But the fact that this one is like all of their stuff is tasteful about it. It's not just like, here's the Smash logo on whatever. It's like, oh, that looks cool. It's like a neat design. And so like, that's the reason I'm like, yeah, their stuff is good. I'm a big fan. I think there was like one other section. It was just shirts, right? Yeah. But they are actively in the spot of like, they're getting ready to do some more big stuff. And we're super pumped to be working with them on it. That's it. That was my announcement. Will the Twitch purple skins be available later on after the launch campaign? I have no idea how they're doing that. I have no idea how they're doing it. That is totally up to the Aether team. Why? Okay, well, let me start my music again. All right. But yeah, SPIF Space. We're big fans here, and I'm really excited to be able to have them support me a bit. And for me to support them. So yeah, it is the, like I said, code wisely, 10% off an order, but also anything that you order from them directly supports me as well. So I'm getting a percentage of proceeds on that as well, which is like the first, I've done an ad read, I've done some sponsor stuff. I also have more, like I have one of my next video will have a sponsor on it, but it's for an event that I'm working. I'm really excited. Like, I try to make sure the sponsors all fit. But the SPIF Space one, when we were like, yeah, do we want to work together? It was like, yes, absolutely yes. You do stuff in Smash and fighting games, which is what I do stuff in, and I'm into style and fashion, and I literally already wear their stuff. Did I miss the big announcement? You literally just missed it. And that is that I'm now partnered with SPIF Space. I'm going to be an ambassador for them. So if you don't know, they do like streetwear clothing that's based on like gaming, retro, like nostalgia kind of stuff, but it's all super, super dope. Sorry, what's that? I wasn't listening. I cannot keep repeating this. Seems like you're carving out a niche for yourself. I'm trying. Do we know if a balance patch is going to be there? I do not have no idea. Demo Knight Craig is a beetle. But we need you to not spam and talk in all caps. Yes, I will say it one last time before we go on to the next thing. So I'm not just going to keep repeating this. Dan has said that they're actively balancing it. From now on, this is not like a one-time thing either. From now on, for at least the next few months, and then we're going to talk more probably at the beginning of the year. If you ever buy anything from SPIF, code wisely for 10% off anything from the website. Does not need to be the rival stuff. It'd be cool if it's the rival stuff. Doesn't have to be. Whatever you want to get. Are you gonna have exclusive merch? I would like to someday. I don't think I have a big enough audience for it yet. We've talked about it. Because part of it's that I like style and fashion, and it's this kind of like, I just think it would be cool. But I've thought about doing something for when I hit 10K. The thing is, 10K is coming up sooner than I thought. Stuff is growing really fast. I was at 5K less than less than a month ago, and I'm almost at 8K now. What would you even put on it? I mean, that's kind of the fun. I've thought of some designs that would be cool. Some that wouldn't be just me, that would be like nods to stuff I'm interested in, or that I do stuff about. There's definitely ways to do it that isn't just like my face on a shirt, because I don't want that. You don't want that. But yeah, SPIF, maybe some merch with them in the future, but that's all TBD. That's stuff we would have to talk about. If things go well and they like the partnership, it becomes a lot more likely. I think it'd be cool. I would wear a shirt with your face on it? Well, okay. Maybe I wouldn't wear a shirt with my own face on it. I've had people ask about like something with a beard. I have thought like, I wear a lot of stuff that's like simple embroidery, like this kind of thing. I think having a like triplat design but it's not obvious that it's from one of the games. That's just like one line, small line, two other small lines. And like, it just looks like it's a geometric design if you don't go like, wait, I think that's Battlefield. Like that kind of thing. Having a logo with my face in the game is so sick. Wait, what? How do you have a logo with your face in the game? I'm a little confused. Oh, if you had something in the game versus... Yes, you're right. I wouldn't wear anything on my face. Hey, when the Rivals team said that they wanted to do designs with creators and tournaments, though, for like skins, I love to do... I think a creator skin would be so sick. Oh, you bought like the Kickstarter one. That's dope. Which one's you? When I pull up the game later, we'll have to look at that then. How can I get a Wisely Craig that just doesn't be... Craig is like one of my least played characters. I don't want to have a character that's just the character, but with a beard. This seems... Yomi Hustle, I have heard very good things about. You're right. I've heard very good things about it. I have not played it myself. All right. Other thing I wanted to talk about, and we can talk about this more actually while I'm playing, because I think this is worth it, is the new player experience. You only got a few codes. It's not purchasable. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. Blooper, that is wild that that's your first message. Also, I'm very glad that I was able to share your stuff. It popped up on my recommended. Do you see the Rivals 3D event? Yeah, we actually just went over it. We're looking at it. Force is hard early on, but I think I got used to him. I've been playing almost entirely Force. Oh, here. Let's pull this up. There's 2 different posts that I want to talk about, and then we can get into playing the game. Which is Sajam and Dan. Dan Fernacey, there we go. So, if you didn't see this, or if you do, press 1 in chat if you know who Sajam is, or press 2 if you don't know who Sajam is, actually. I feel like more people are going to know who he is than don't. Almost all 1s. Alright, there's a handful of 2s. Okay, there's enough 2s that I'll explain. Sajam is one of my favorite people. I've not met him in person. He's not like, we're not friends. Sajam is a... How do I explain what he does the best? You know Sajam Slam, but that's about it? Yep. So Sajam is like the premier commentator for fighting games. He's done like top 8s for Capcom Cup and for Strive and for like a bunch of other stuff. He does Evo. Does he say jam? I mean, at some points. You watched the full session. He really showed off why the tutorial's not making it were a sham. Yeah, or a shame. Yeah, no, I watched a lot of it live. He's a figurehead in the FGC for sure. I think he's one of like the 5 biggest people in the FGC, honestly. For sure, at least 5 top most influential. Does a ton of stuff for a lot of fighting games. He ran Sajam Slam, which was huge for Tekken and then Street Fighter. Sajam Slam was an event that got giant, like multi-million follower content creators all learning fighting games together at the same skill levels and in teams so that they could cheer each other on, and they all had coaches. Like, it's really sick. One of my dreams is to do like a Sajam Slam type event, but for Rivals. But Sajam does not have platform fighter experience. He said in his stream that he basically like played what was probably Brawl at like in college casually once. He's one of the more rational people in the FGC, that too. So he tried Rivals, and it was his first time trying to play a competitive platform fighter. Jumping into Rivals 2 was fun, but also one of the most confusing experiences ever as a new player to the game. I had no clue what was happening. Time to watch some videos and see how to hit another human. By the way, the chat during this was genuinely awful. I've heard that it was good. Kit Kat, thank you. Loki's experience trying to learn Rivals 2 made you want to make a starter guide for people coming from traditional fighters. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Kit Kat, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the prime. I'm making a video right now that is just the beginner's guide to Rivals 2. Except I've did a beginner's guide for Rivals 1 that assumed you knew what platform fighters were. This is... Here is how shields work, and here, did you know you can tech after you get hit? Like, that kind of stuff. So I am making a video that's like the ultra beginner's version of this. It's being edited right now. It was a video I was planning on making eventually, but seeing how the new player experience was going for a lot of people so far, is this, like, it went from like, oh, I'll make that in like a month or two, to like, oh, this has to be my next video that comes out. I didn't go live that day because I wrote all of the script and edited it all. Edited like the script, not the video, in one day. Did you know that pressing the A button while you press a direction on your stick will do what's called a tilt attack? Yes, because it's in the video. That's how basic I'm getting. I'm not saying like this is what your shield button is. I've pointed people to Izaw's video. That's just like, here's what your buttons are. The basic idea is if someone knows what the buttons are, but they don't know why to do them. Like, I know what a tilt is. I know what a C-stick is, but I don't know why to do that. I don't know why to use a strong. I don't know what... When people say edge guarding, what do they mean? Like, that kind of thing. So, like, that's the level of video. It's going to be in 3 parts, though. The first video is that. The second video will just be an overview of all the characters. I was going to make a video that's like how to choose your main you know, the general, like, if you play this character in Smash, you'll like whatever. I might just combine those two. I haven't decided yet. But for sure, a video that's a, like, 2 minutes on each character, that's it. If you see a Forsberg, look out for this. Like, that kind of level of intro. If you played Guile, you might like Fleet. I don't see that at all, but you're right. And then the final video, it's going to be a 3-part series. The final one, I mean, Zoner, sure, but I would still put that different. Fleet's theme goes with everything, true. What was I going to say? Because I don't think saying his Zoner is quite the same. Guile's very specifically a charge character. But Guile's also not really a zoner. Guile can zone, but I would say a charge character is very different. If you like Guile, you should play Hodan, like that kind of thing. But anyways, I'm getting distracted. And then the final video in that 3-video series is going to be like advanced tech. But the advanced tech is going to be like intermediate. So the intermediate is going to be like, that video is where I'm going to say like wave dashing and hit falling. Like I think I mentioned them, but I don't explain them at all in the first video. I remember him doing a wall jump and up special and expressing the confusion that his character turned around. Yeah, I think I don't explain that because I think that's the way like normal platformer games work. But if you're coming explicitly from fighting games and that's it, then yeah, that's weird. He also got really surprised by the fact that someone grabbed him out of the air, because in fighting games, that is airy is exactly where you can't be grabbed. If you don't want to get grabbed on wake up, you jump. Like that's all a thing. This video isn't exactly about that. This video is much more like general beginner's guide more than an FGC beginner's guide. There's Mockrock? Yeah, Mockrock's here. What's up? I've scouted that kind of thing out. There's a real hunger for that. I agree. It's not even that I'm like trying to do it to grow the channel, although I think it will. But it's the... I've seen so many people that are like, I am so exactly confused. I'm so confused. Is there a mode where it's just you in the stage so you can get into movement? Yeah, it's training mode. Yep, like Demo said. It's where I record a lot of the stuff from my videos so that I'm able to get closer footage without like another character being in the way as well. The rocks alone, right? But yeah, the beginning player experience is really hard, actually. And then Dan saw this and he watched most of the stream. Oh, by the way, I didn't say anything because I knew that Sajam has said in videos, because I'm a big Sajam fan. I watch a lot of his stuff. He said in videos that he likes learning a game just through... oh, what's up, Bowler? I think Bowler, I think I literally said hi to you earlier, but yes. What was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought. Cool, Blob. Thank you for the follow. SPIF merch is cool. I will probably use your code. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Sorry. Thank you for getting me back on track, Pikachu Men Zap. We get there. I'm just gonna say Pikachu. I like to learn a character while playing. Sajam likes learning games, though. Yeah, Sajam loves learning games. It's just he jumped into Rivals 2 and was like, oh, there's no tutorial. There's no this. There's no, like... He was just expecting a lot of that kind of things. But he specifically... People were, like, asking and getting calls with Coney. And Coney and I were both in chat. There were people that were also saying, like, you should call wisely. You should do whatever. And on one hand, it was, like, cool that people were even saying... to get into a call with me, but also like I know that Sajam likes learning games by just playing them. Sometimes even before training mode, like he just wants to see what the experience is like. And so it's one of those like you're having a rough time with Rivals 2 as a traditional game player and relate to Sajam's frustrations a lot. Yeah, exactly. I have other friends that are people that have been in this chat that are also like Smokey and a few others, Jorpin, that are like, this is really hard if you've never played. What was I saying? Like, if you've never played a platform fighter, especially when he's like, I played casually in college like twice, and that's it. We kind of expect that someone has played at least Smash. And if you haven't really done much of that, it's actually foreign. We got some big names in the chat tonight, dang. Yeah, everyone's coming out. Ads complete. There we go. The controls didn't even make sense to him, which seemed crazy to me until I remembered that you remap Dark Souls attacks onto the face buttons because of Smash. Yeah, absolutely. I kind of want to show some of his thoughts, like some of the video. It's just him saying what the fuck is going on a lot, which is funny. You found that Rano as a Dakusan accent, you thought it was cool. Wonder if tap jump is something traditional fighting game players would prefer. I'm not sure. But like the chat was awful for Sajam because they were expecting him to just know all of the Smash stuff. People were trying to teach him how to, because he accidentally found Rano slingshots, like using the tongue off the bubble, and he's like, oh, this is really sick. I like this. And I was like, oh, that's cool that he's enjoying that. I think that's neat that Sajam has found that by himself. And then chat immediately was like trying to get him to learn how to do B reverse momentum. Yeah, people are trying to do B reverse needles, and it's like, no. And they're like, yeah, but the input's easy. It should be fine for him to get it. It's like, I don't care that it's easy to do. It's also only easy to do if you understand how momentum works in these games, which he didn't. You had to shout in the chat too. Yeah, I also was doing that. But like, it's fine if you're saying the input's easy, but it's trying to teach someone who doesn't know what's happening why doing a B reverse is even like useful at all. That's a whole different topic. When would I use this in the game? To throw someone off trying to hit you in these really specific spots where you're doing whatever. Or if you're, comfortable pressing jump. Teaching someone to do B reverse needles when they don't remember, one, where their jump button is, and two, that B is actually short for special. And we don't say special reverse. We always say B reverse. Like, there's so many things that they were like, use this button, use your A button, and he'd do it. And he's like, he's on an Xbox. It's A is a different button. You guys have to say attack button. You have to. There's so much stuff that people were like, they were getting him to do hit falling. It's like, that's cool, but also, I don't mention hit falling at all. See a demo. I don't mention hit falling at all in my beginner's guide. It's like trying to teach a platform fighter fuzzy guard break cross up so they can barely throw fireballs. Yeah, I saw a different person post about it. It's like teaching someone in a fighting game an option select to deal with pressure when you could just teach them how to block. It's not good. It's not useful at all. People assume every player is using GameCube controllers. Yeah, for my beginner's guide that we're working on, which should be out in less than a week. If people on Reddit are also getting similar, like, why are we telling new players to VOD review? I mean, VOD review is important, but all you're going to be is like, wow, I can't move. I should actually practice movement. And so Dan also talked about this here. And this is what I want to do, and then I'll play the game for a little bit. It's interesting that telling him how to wave dash actually made sense since he was struggling to not dash attack constantly. Yeah, that was valid. Some people were trying to teach him how to do weird stuff out of that, though. VOD review, I think VOD review can teach you the importance of movement, but only when you're already good enough to do it. You know what I mean? All right, here. The monkey paw is real with Rivals 2. I've been enjoying Sajam's content for a long time. Now I get to watch an hour video of him illustrating why launching without tutorials might have been a huge mistake. We know we need tutorials. They're coming, please understand. I saw comments that were like, how could these developers be so dumb to launch without tutorials? Launches when you need that stuff. The way you get there is to have a studio that is punching above their weight and needed a Kickstarter just to keep the company going. I myself was about to explain baby dashing. Yeah, people were trying to teach him baby dashing and before he knew how to wave dash. Like, that's the kind of thing that I was like, guys, what are we doing? Why? We can't. Fans of the genre came out swinging and gave us $1 million on the promise of a competitive platform fighter on PC, which he's right. So they're like, well, we want the game launch to be as good as possible for the fans of that. Baby Dash is a 2-frame input that would let Sagem do that thing, but being like, hey, Sagem, learn this 2-frame input that literally Penguin, the second best player in the world for Rivals 1, does not do. Sagem, that's what you should learn right now before you know what your kill moves are. Come on, we can't. He's starting to understand basic movement that you just don't know how to teach, yeah. The size. Tutorials were on our hope list to squeeze in along with ranked mode and arcade mode, but tutorial requires the most new tech, meaning they have to literally program in how to do the tutorials. And I will say, the tutorials in Rivals 1 are great. When this comes out, I'm sure it'll be really good. This is just a joke. Tutorials are coming, but we'll likely release them in stages as they're ready. I think this is good. I think this is really good. So if they have just beginner tutorial and then later release their like intermediate tutorial or character specific tutorial, I think having any tutorial at all is going to be better than nothing. And then you add them in. Make Rivals 1 free, but only the tutorials. That seems like a messy way to do it, but yes. This is in the weeds. Rivals 1 is still seen as a difficult game into, even with its pretty extensive tutorial, which it is. Rivals 1 is really hard. I've seen several people that have taken the, like, Rivals 1 has onboarding, therefore all these people should play Rivals 1 instead, which are like, I love Rivals 1, I'm still playing it. It's not, those are the people that are just, like, being contrarian, that, like, how can I turn this into being about Rivals 1 right now? That kind of thing. Rivals 1 has a tutorial. That is a really good tutorial. But yeah, if you look though on Steam, because there's an achievement for playing the tutorial, and only like 30% of players have it. I said that earlier, but I was just joking. No, I've seen people legitimately be like, you should buy this totally different game to learn this game. Or they've just been like, this is why we should all give up on Rivals 2 and just play Rivals 1. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to teach even Smash players, let alone someone new to a game, how to wall jump. Wall jumping is really, really unintuitive if it's your only way to get back. I've had people that have fully, like, stopped playing Rivals 1 that were good at other platform fighters because without a ledge, they genuinely were like, I die almost as soon as I'm off stage. I've seen casual people, like people that have never played platform fighters, try Rivals, and as soon as they're off stage, even after we've talked about wall jumping, they will never make it back. If they get knocked off stage at 0%, somehow, they will always die. Not having ledges is so difficult for casual players. Like, I think everyone's like that's being like, how can I use this to promote? It's like, I like Rivals 1 a lot, but guys, this is not a way to. And like, I play Ori in Rivals 1, which means I always will have a character I can come back to because he's literally not in 2. You're still struggling to wall jump, even though, yeah, I literally in my script for the beginner's guide, I say that when I get to wall jumping, I'm like, if there is only one thing you take away from watching this entire video, please make it wall jumping. Please make it wall jumping. And it's not how hard to do it, it's just remember to do it at all, please. All right, we have to balance these goals. Our high level goal is to be as accessible as possible, and our content roadmap is based around that too. Story mode, tutorials, training mode, improvements, menu fixes, controller updates. All those are super important. we have to balance those goals against keeping our current player base happy too. The launch has been awesome thanks to our veteran players and new players. So we'll do our best to keep everyone happy. Isn't melee wall jump different than Rivals wall jump? It is, but you can switch it back to melee wall jump. I think Rivals wall jump is way more intuitive though. Matt just said I turned on Smash style wall jump. Yep. I think the Rivals one is way more intuitive. But that's because it's the way that like modern platformers play it. But I get it. But yeah, here, please don't take out your frustration on our devs or our lovely community team. It's not their fault. You can yell at me. At the end of the day, I made the calls on what's in or out. Maybe I did miss the mark here, but our team is doing our best to course correct. Sajam was not yelling at him. There's other people that have been like, this game is shit because it doesn't have these things. But again, we've already looked at the average player counts, and we've looked at the fact that they've now sold 100,000 copies. Like, the game clearly is doing well. It's clearly doing well, and people are very excited. Also, then here, if it makes you feel any better, I'm having fun gaming. The more surprising thing is all the user-generated content, which would be like my stuff, is how all the user-generated content is focused on people that is focused on experienced platform fighter players. My time playing has been really helpful in teaching me what new players want when learning games, which is why I changed my order of videos. Because I was going to make more videos that were like, here's this thing if you know Smash. And I'm like, oh, I need to make a video that's how to begin playing this game if you haven't played Smash. I didn't even think about that. Like, I think that's a really good thing to point out. And most of my videos are going to be towards people that know Smash already. But I'm really glad that the video I'm getting out next is just Beginner's Guide to Rivals 2 and it assumes you know the buttons, but not why you would use any of them. No prior Smash knowledge. I'm excited about that. I think it'll be good. Ultimately, even with good tutorials, every player has to go find exterior guides or resources to learn. The game can only teach you so much. It takes both of these things in tandem to help onboard gamers, I think. I love that Sajam is, like, really reasonable about all of this stuff. Yeah, here, Seek mentioned this. I think the reason we never have had tutorials in games is because everyone thinks they've played Smash, yeah. Is that local people change each other's tag controls all the time? Yeah, hopefully that happens less for this one. Time for you to duck out, best of luck. GG's. And by that I mean, see you later. I love Sajam because he's like anti-hot takes. When Sajam has a hot take, usually it's like actually still reasonable. It's just him being like, guys, why are we all yelling about this thing? Please calm down. All right. But yeah, I think the new player experience is really interesting. If you didn't watch it, I was in a video with Macro, who's mainly does first-person shooters, and I taught him how to play a little bit more. But he's played a lot of platform fighters, just not at a competitive level. And he was having a great time. He loves the game. He gave it a 10 out of 10, but he was definitely struggling with like, oh my god, this is hard. This has a lot going on. This has been a common thing, and I'm glad that the devs are talking about it, but I also, like, it's part of the reason, like, I don't want my video... This is going to sound weird. My goal, or my hope, is that my video that I make, as soon as the in-game tutorials come out, that, like, the view chart flatlines. I'm sure it won't flatline, but the idea of... I want the in-game tutorials to be so good that people aren't like, oh man, I need to look this up on YouTube later too. Polishing a Rivals 2 video right now, and I had to re-record a big chunk because I realized I needed to explain all of the character basics a lot more. Even compared to Smash, yeah. I totally agree. The characters especially. Character design. And that's going to be part of my character overview video, is that character design is more complex. It's more intricate in Rivals, for sure. For sure. How do you shield drop? You shield and let you stop shielding and push down like one right after the other. Or you can do an angle. 1 second. I'm gonna grab something to drink and I will be right back. Every character in Rivals has so much mechanics. Yeah, exactly. How's everyone doing? I wasn't gone that long. I was grabbing water and an apple. You can also hold down your strong button if you have one set and then flick down to shield drop. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Bottom line is that whenever a game is best learned by hopping in a call, it indicates a critical flaw. Yes. I'm not sure what you're saying about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I agree. The reason Sajam actively was like, no, I'm not going to get in a call with Coney or Wisely, he didn't say me specifically, but people were suggesting me, is because he's like, other people wouldn't just be able to be like, hey, Wisely. Is this because of Mr. Sajam? Kind of, but it's not just him. He was just the biggest name. He was just the biggest name that was talking about it. But like, other people can't just DM me and be like, hey, Wisely, do you want to teach me how to play this game? I would say no. Even if I know the person, there's a good chance I'd say no. But like, Sajam wanted to, I'd be like, yeah, that'd be really fun. Let's do it on stream. Let's do whatever. Like, Sajam knows that he has access to people that can help teach him, and he'll do that later. But he doesn't want to, like... He wants to make sure that him doing that isn't going to, like, change. He wants to have the real new player experience. He wants to be able to actually have, like, a good idea of, like, this is what someone's going to struggle with when they're new, without being like, oh, let me call up my bud Coney and have him just teach me. Trying to get a friend into Terraria right now, and their response to hopping into a game is, what are we doing right now? What's going on? And I was entirely unsure what to tell them. Yeah. Yes. That reminds me, I've played maybe an hour of Minecraft, and I had the exact same experience of like, I don't know what any of this is. It's going to be a great for the devs to study when they do make training mode. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's play a little bit of the game too. We can still keep talking about all of this, obviously, but I want to talk about how everything's going right now, new player experience. And now, oh, and we talked about the announcement. Doing stuff with SPIF now. I'm super pumped. Code Wisely for 10% off. And it makes me money. Isn't a steep learning curve true for most fighting games? Yeah, absolutely. And he's made videos about that. Like, Sajam has excellent videos about lower learning curve and learning fighting games. But he also has a video that is accurately like, learning fighting games is not inherently harder than learning to play a competitive first-person shooter. It's just that more people have experience with shooters. But you're also comparing, like, most fighting games have some, even if they're bad tutorials, it's at least something that teaches you what you're doing. Rivals 2 doesn't have anything. It has the guides that are on YouTube, of which I made one, and I'm happy about that. But even that guide on YouTube doesn't tell me what the shooter's more unintuitive. No, it's not. It's definitely not. Thank you for the follow. It's just that you have way more experience playing shooting games throughout the years. Honestly, it could be fun to watch this video. I was gonna play Rivals. Do we want to watch a Sajam video quick? How long is it? If it's like a 30-minute video, we're not doing that. Sajam. Harder to learn. Oh, sick. I was like, oh no, this video is 5 years ago. I forgot he made a new one a month ago because it was the same discussion happening again. Yeah, we'll watch this.
Look at this.
We'll watch this. We'll watch Mr. Jam here. Yep. Oh, I opened the wrong... Okay, wait. That's not the right... Okay, fine. Show my Twitter feed instead, I guess. Why is that the one it chose? Properties. There we go. Ironically, still showing a Twitter feed, but that's whatever. All right. I think I'm going to need to turn this up.
It's this man's fault. Look at this seemingly innocent man starting
Why
discourse on my timeline. And look, he's right
Mr.
there.
Cross,
folks,
another person that
it's
I'm
this
basing
man.
some of my content off of. Also, Sajam, this style video is exactly some of the kind of stuff that I want to do. I like doing more scripted things, but I do want to take my thoughts and turn them into more videos from streaming and from... Like this kind of topic, I think, is interesting.
Look at this seemingly innocent man starting discourse on my timeline. And look, he's right there. Folks, the caught emoji in the chat room. He knows he did wrong. He made a tweet.
This is being cut off weird. Why? There we go. That's better.
It's obviously, you know, it was the SK Overwatch, her perfect pairing, like 9 things in a row. And Brian F just like being aghast that...
Wait. In chat. What I like about fighting games compared to shooters is that shooters get repetitive and don't add anything new every year, rather than making a new game each year fighting release. You're saying this about the genre that has Call of Duty, the game that famously makes a new game every single year. Discourse is the civilized word for Flame Wars. Yes, I agree. Not every shooter, obviously, like Valorant, CSGO, that kind of thing. But ton of shooters do annual huge releases and changes.
Just like perfect parried everything.
Oh
like,
my god.
Yeah, and then said, reminder that the notion that fighting games are uniquely difficult in a way that other genres don't compare to is BS. Fighting games.
What is this clip? Say, yeah, what is this? Oh, it's because he's made like 5 videos about it, that's why.
It's been a while, folks.
And this started a lot of discussion. One of the things that always comes up is like fighting games are harder than other games. I don't think so. I think all games are hard to get good at. And then also that when you're new to fighting games are harder than other genres. That's like something that people always say. I don't think that's true either. I think everything is hard when you're new. Before you think about this and you just think I'm a fighting game player, I cannot begin to explain to you how many hours I have in things that are not fighting. To give you an example, I have like 200 hours or 250 hours in Dota, and I never played Dota. I don't even remember playing Dota, right?
That's so
I played
funny.
League for years, tens of thousands of hours probably in shooting games. I have like 1,000 hours in Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, Sajam's like a gamer. Sajam plays a lot of... In fact, Sajam, we talked about Deadlock earlier. I think he brings it up here. Deadlock is shockingly hard to learn. I love it. But... I love the videos that are gaming for non-gamers. Yeah, the Rasputin ones. Those are very good.
Randomly. I don't even know how many hours I have in Valorant. I used to play card games super serious. I would grind them like crazy, both paper and TCGs. And I like strategy games. I play everything. I'm about to hit 200 hours in Deadlock, and the game is so new, right? Like I played a lot. Have you ever taught one of your friends how to play League with you or Dota with you before? It's so hard. Like, first of all, you know you're gonna have to carry. And second of all, you have to play 2 games at once because they're gonna be like, what ability do I skill up on Viper? And you're like, you could check using it. I don't know. And then like, what do I buy third item Jinx? And you're like, do you have Shred already? And they're like, what's Shred? And you're like,
I'm genuinely going through this with Deadlock right now. I'm getting better at it, but I have to fully follow builds that people have made, or else I have no idea what's happening. It is so confusing, so complicated to teach new people MOBAs, and yet they are Deadlock is like the third biggest game on Steam right now, and it's not even out yet.
okay, are they tanky or do you need? And they're like, I don't know. They've got a Rockman, and you're like, a Rockman? Okay, all right. You know, obviously very confusing. Imagine trying to teach
Very
a friend
impressive.
Rainbow
Thank you
Six
for the
Siege.
follow.
They're like, I don't know how I died. And they're like, okay, this guy shot a hole through the wall before the round started, and then he went over here and did this. And what he's doing is
Games can be complex and still be popular. Yeah, absolutely. We're saying not just complex, but like difficult to learn specifically. Did I miss the big announcement? Yes. Big announcement is I should have a command set up in chat, and I don't right now. I am now partnered with SPIF Space. So if you know SPIF, the streetwear company that does game like Smash and fighting game related clothes, you can use code Wisely for 10% off your entire order. I'm literally wearing some of their stuff right now. Anyways,
peeking through a crack in 3 walls to shoot you through, like, you know, it's just like the most outrageous angles and shit. It's so hard to teach people how the game works. And same thing, I've been teaching friends Deadlock. My MMR in Deadlock was pretty sweaty. I'm fighting against experienced players who are quite good, and then teaching someone, hey, so when you shoot a minion, a soul pops up. And then after that, and then here's how builds work. And also right now, the game doesn't have a build thing in it. So if you want to know what to build on your character or what items to buy or what things to skill, you have to go to this Discord and then use the guide in the Discord and then filter by guide and then go to your character and then click a character and then, yeah. Scar says, playing with Sajam, I got stomped every game, can confirm. I mean, I just feel...
And that's what it's like to learn Rivals right now. Unfortunately, it's not quite as bad, but if you're like, I need to learn Arcane stuff, I guess I have to find the Arcane Discord. I guess I need to do this. I guess I need to, like, it's all still applicable.
Bad, because like when I was playing, if me and SK and Emily are queued up and our MMR is so high, anybody we drag into the match with us, if they're new, is going to have a bad time. All this is to say, teaching a new friend any genre is really hard. I didn't know this, but TFT doesn't have a tutorial. It just like tells you to go play bot matches. I didn't learn this until Jam Crofts made a video on it. That's insane. I didn't know that because the only way I learned TFT was
you're a Sajam fan now?
Playing with a TFT pro backseating me because of the boot camp. So that is...
Rivals is also weird since every move has added depth. Arcane Nair Bounce isn't easy to find an accident. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Also, I did know that about TFT because it's why I don't play TFT. I played, oh my god, what was it called? What was Valve's version of Teamfight Tactics? Underlords. Underlords was a MOBA, not a MOBA, it was an auto brawler that was like TFT. And I got really into it because it was on mobile and TFT wasn't at the time. And I got like up to the second highest ranked in Underlords. It wasn't like it wasn't Challenger, but it was like right under there. Like this is only for the top 200 players. Like I was really good at that game. This was in like 2019 or whatever when that game has since died. It did not do well. And I was like, well, this game isn't fun anymore. Everyone left on like the same patch because it was one patch that just made the game bad. It's crazy. If you look at their player count, you can literally see when that patch dropped. And because it was the Underlords patch, you couldn't, like, we knew that was going to stay. I tried to play TFT, a game that was the exact same genre, and I couldn't play. I could not figure out how to do anything. Didn't know what a single item did, didn't know what any characters did. I didn't even know how to control my character on the screen. Because they make you use League controls, and I've never played League, to move your character around. You have to do the, like, it's not just clicking, but you also have to click on the map and then tell your character to go there. And that's how you pick up items. Like, I went from being, like, top 1% in the competitor game to not being able to play TFT because I couldn't figure out what was going on and I gave up. That's how bad TFT's like tutorial and intro is. Can you change the controls in that game? If you can, I couldn't find it. I don't think so, but yeah.
To say, when it comes to other genres of games, right, they don't have good tutorials and they don't have good onboarding generally. And one of the things that people say about fighting games is that our tutorials are bad and that's why they're hard to get into. But like, I think fighting game tutorials compared to everything else, it's like the same. Some of them are worse, some of them are better. But then the other thing is like, oh, fighting games have bad tutorials and single player content. That's something that I see a lot of time. What fucking sick single player content does League of Legends or Dota or Valorant or CSGO or TFT or like all these popular competitive?
He's right. There are some things like, actually Mockrock mentioned Hearthstone that has good single player content. I don't even know if that's the aspect you meant, but like it does help with its popularity. But also I'm going to keep bringing up Deadlocked because it's the current game that I'm playing the most outside of any fighting. Oh, tutorials? Yes. Let's look up SteamDB and Deadlock. Because it's the game that I'm currently playing the most outside of fighting games. Right now, it has 41,000 players. Just right now, not even the peak. The peak was 60,000 earlier, the 24-hour peak. That game doesn't have single-player content. And it's a MOBA. It does have a tutorial. It's not a good tutorial, but it has one. It teaches you what lanes are.
Games, like what single-player stuff do they even have? And like they're competitive games without single-player content and with bad tutorials, which is the same complaints.
Now, don't take that and think that I don't want single-player stuff in Rivals. I really do want story mode. I think that kind of stuff will help. But it's not critical the way that just teaching the person how to play at all is.
Leveled against fighting games. The difference is some of them are team games, so you can work with your teammates, but some of them are not even team games. So that brings me to the greater discussion for me on this IMO. If you're like me and you play non-fighting games, you probably know all the stuff I'm about to talk about. But like, if you want to play a fighting game, it costs you $60, and if you want to get the DLC, it's like another 25 or 30, and then you're not playing a team game, and then there's like such a slow content drip and stuff to do in the game outside of like the game itself. Like if you play other games, all these comm games are all free to play and they all get updates constantly, and in their genre there's like 3 to 5 options that are all free to play and all getting updated and changing constantly. And if you want, like, you get sick of one, you can just go play another. Whereas fighting games as a genre, we have a lot of things to engage with, but they're all pretty expensive and they all don't have the same kind of content strobe light in your face that modern games sort of like stick to you. They have battle passes and skins and content soaking into your veins 24/7 to...
We have that now. We have content and skins. I want a good Metroidvania. I don't want a roguelite. I mean, they've said that the single player could be, like, each chapter could be a different style. I heard that the NASB 2 one was good. I have heard that.
Keep you engaged with it. You're like, I gotta go do my dailies to get this battle pass done so that I can get tier 47, which is the sticker that I want. And like, I'm not telling you that I need my ADHD addiction scratched for fighting games, because I like fighting.
No, I am saying that. I do need my addiction, my ADHD addiction scratched. Rivals 2 isn't live service. It is live service. In what way is Rivals 2 not a live service game? Yeah, you have to pay for it, but free to play and paid isn't live service. A live service game is any game that you are expecting to be like lifetime games. And they have a 10-year roadmap. I'd say that's definitely live service. It's alive and serving. Yes, there we go. Oh, free to play? Yeah, free to play is a different thing entirely. I got distracted from what I was saying.
Fighting games, and I play them anyway. But they really don't have a lot of content to make them sticky. If you play League of Legends or TFT, they update every 2 weeks. Street Fighter didn't update for a whole year. Fighting game fans generally don't like updates to the same level. Like, they don't want patches every 2 weeks. But a game like Valorant, balance patches every X amount of time. It's like pretty slow, probably closer to what a fighting game thing is. But Valorant has like new battle passes, new skins, like a new map, a new agent, a new, like, you know, they're cranking out content and things in the game and other stuff to do, and like new ranked resets and acts and et cetera, et cetera.
If Rivals 2 had peer-to-peer or let us host our own server, I'd be comfortable calling it not live service, but it doesn't have that. I think that, but also like we were just talking about the event that's going to come out for the 3D one, and then there's going to be a winter one, and every month is going to have a game event with a free battle pass built in that you play to unlock levels and get progression to get new skins and icons, and it's all going to be free, but it's all stuff that's built in specifically to keep you hooked. And goddamn, it will keep me hooked. I will be playing that so much. That is... I'm really curious. I really want to see how this first event, to see like exactly what gets into it. Active content updates? Yeah, exactly. That's what Rivals 2 is doing.
etc. Even if you get sick of Valorant, you can go play Apex, or you can go try Deadlock, or you can go try insert whatever other free-to-play game you want to play.
A little bit now. I'm playing Deadlock
here.
More.
That's where
Apex
they lose the modern gamer to me in a lot of ways. So many of the people who played in the Tekken Slam were like, so is this game gonna ever add anything? They gave me like a ninja outfit a while ago, but like, is there gonna be like a new skin pass? Is there gonna be like a new battle pass that's cool? Are they gonna like do anything? Question mark. Is there gonna be a rank reset? Is there gonna be? And I was like, I think there's not gonna be a rank reset, and who knows when the next character is, and I can't tell you. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this is part of what makes 2XKO the...
And I think that's actually a good point. It's one of the reasons that I'm really excited about there being monthly events. Even if it's something small, the fact that literally once a month there will be something new in the game. Aren't all items going into the shop after? I'm not someone who can grind a battle pass without hitting burnout. Yeah. Anything that's in the battle pass will go into the shop. It'll just probably be a little bit harder to get then, because the coin to grind value, I don't know, like that kind of thing. But yeah, it will go into the shop, which means it could show up in the coin shop, or you can at the very least use the Aether Bucks on it.
Package of the game interesting to a lot of people. The game will be free. It's a game you can play with your team, like you could play with a friend, and there'll be lots of cosmetics, which is why people are interested in the difference in that game compared to other games. And not to say that like, model alone will make you super successful, but that's closer to what modern gamers expect. And it's like funny because it's the same strategy that every other game is doing in every other market, but it's like a new idea to fighting games. So isn't that, it's just so odd, right? Reading through the thread and all the comments on this, the amount of people who very clearly have never played another genre or forgot what it's like to learn another genre is outrageous. I read, yeah, fighting games, it's just so easy to like tell someone that killing a tower or CSing a creep or shooting someone in an FPS game, like to tell someone how that works and they just get it. Whereas in fighting games, go beat up the other guy is just so archaic and hard to understand and like hard to get. And I was like, you are on drugs. You think telling someone kill these creeps to get money so that you can go to the shop to buy an item, you don't even know what item to buy, so that you can then become more powerful so that you can use your skills to go kill this other guy. You think that that is more intuitive to someone than if you hit someone, their life bar goes down to 0 and you win? You have to be on drugs to think that. I read, in League of Legends, I didn't know what was happening, but at least I had fun playing it when like I did stuff. I learned a few things and it was fun, and I don't think you can have that with fighting games. And I was like, you just don't think fighting games are fun. I mean, you just watch the slam. They're excited, right? Like they're having good times. Understand. Yeah, if someone's like, I don't like watching, I like learning those other games, but you can't learn anything in fighting games. You're just wrong. I like this guy. Yeah, Sajam's great. Sajam is like, not 100%, but I watch most of his videos. I catch him live when I can. He's like definitely one of the people I look up to for both for a long time for commentary, but now for content too. He is what I've said, like I have my internal like documents on like this is what I'm trying to build my channel up to be. His channel is like a huge inspiration for what I'm trying to do. He just does a little bit more of the like I stream live and then I cut it for YouTube versus I want to do a bit of that, but I also like more of these scripted videos. But Sajam is wonderful. If you don't know him, this is the kind of stuff he does. He's so good. He's great. I'm very excited whenever he's on the mic, and I watch his YouTube videos all the time. I don't watch as many live streams just in general, but I do watch him sometimes. Simple things and like running simple game plans and figuring out basic options in fighting games is like, yeah, like they're just having a great time. Fighting games have lots of that. You just forgot what it's like. Dude, this is such a fucking stupid comment, but I'm happy you wrote it because it's a great example. No, but it's much easier to tell them to deny a minion, left click them, than it is to do a DP, do forward, down, down, forward punch, but there are also 3 different shortcuts based on your controller and SOCD. Why would I tell someone to do that when I could just tell them to go hit heavy punch? A button. What you're doing is associating.
Yes.
Okay, so when you walk up to that person, you need to shoot them and then you need to walk backwards. This is what's called orb walking. So you need to take an auto attack and then take a step back and then auto attack and then take a step back. And there's a time difference between each auto attack. So you can optimize.
This is like the people that were trying to teach Sajam how to play Rivals. That instead of just being like, oh, so you should use a tilt to knock someone in the air and juggle them, they were like, all right, we're going to teach you how to do B reverse needles with slingshots. With Rano slingshots. We're going to teach you how to hit fall. And it's like, dude, he just needs to know, like, if you're over 140%, start using your strongs. And then it's okay. It's okay to be like, yeah, or even just the more basic of, so hit the person off stage and then stop them from getting on stage. That's it. That's where you need to start for the basics. If someone is an hour into learning a platform fighter for the first time and you're trying to teach them baby dashing or hit falling or B reverse needles or like shield drops or whatever, it's okay. Well, I mean, that's not okay. Don't teach them that. But like, it's okay that they don't know those things. And even if you're like, yeah, but the input's easy. It doesn't... I'm surprised he's still playing Rivals right now, given how bad the experience must have been. I mean, I only know that he's played it once. If he streamed it again, I didn't know that. But it wasn't... It's not as bad as I was saying. He's done this with a lot of other games. Oh, he's doing Rivals right now? What? Is he? Oh my god, he is. All right. I'll watch that later. That's really funny. All right. Sick. He liked it enough to do it a second time. He's done this with other games, though. He's done... what was I going to say? He's done, like, learning KOF and learning other games and learning XYZ. And every time he's done one of those, everyone pops up in chat from those communities and does the same thing. Apparently, the Rivals community was actually really nice compared to a lot of the other communities that have tried to teach him how to play games. Chat is always insufferable when it's big and streamers learning. Exactly. Yep. Like, apparently we were downright positive compared to a lot of the other communities that have tried to teach him stuff. So he's used to it. If that was someone's first experience streaming something like that, then I think it would have been a lot worse. I'm curious, how many viewers does he have?
The time machine.
1.7k. Nice. I have no idea what he normally averages. Cool. All right.
You're spacing and positioning around someone by clicking onto them and then moving this direction and then doing that between each attack.
Rivals
Like you're
community's
doing
generally
that
nice.
and comparing that to like in a fighting game, hit heavy punch. Wow, doesn't now suddenly fighting games sound so easy compared to that? Like you don't need to learn a bunch of fancy commands. You don't have to do that. And in the same way in League of Legends, I promise let me tell you a secret. In these other games, you're also fucking bad. You just don't know it. Like you know you're bad at fighting games, but you just don't know that you're bad at all these other games too. I play Rocket League, and a lot of you guys know Infilament, right? His MMR is like people who play in the RLCS, the Rocket League Pro League. My MMR is people who are like, that's the ball. I should drive at that. Okay, this is the difference in our skill level. And when I play with him,
people want to show how cool the game is and basics are not seen as cool. Yeah, people want to be like, look at all these crazy stuff you can do. But if the person doesn't have a concept for even the baseline of like, what's the easy things, they'll never figure it out. There's no blaming your teammates when you have no teammates. Yeah, but also I think what he's saying here is there's no being carried by your teammates if you have no teammates either. It's a lot harder to be like, well, I don't quite know what happened, but we won. Like if you're playing a fighting game, you're just going to lose. That's it.
I feel like a child. I literally see the ball and I'm like, I should go hit that. And then there's a guy on the ceiling flipping off of it, tips the ball with the front, flips this way, has it backwards, shoots the ball downwards, throws it to some guy who does like a double, triple flip off the wall, boost, taps it sideways. And then I'm like, I see the ball. I should drive at it. That's my level of skill in the lobby. But I know that. I'm like, I can accept that there is a ceiling that I'm just not at, and it's incredibly impressive and cool, and I'm just bad at it. And I'm not going to tell you learning Rocket League is easy. People are just bad at every game, right? Like, it's not their fault. And in fighting games, you can simplify and tell people simple plans and objectives and let them learn that kind of stuff. In the same way that in other genres, it's the same thing. You know, Punk teaching Sykkuno tells him not to anti-air with DP and just says hit back plus medium punch. SK wants to do uppercut motions to anti-air people, but I said when someone jumps at you, you should just do down plus heavy. That's it. I'm DJ, hit back plus heavy kick.
So this is actually important. He's saying, like, you could say, like, do this really complicated thing, or you could just be like push back plus heavy instead of doing like a whole motion to do an anti-air with Dragon Punch. This is also what we were doing with Smash. People were trying to teach Sejam baby dashing because he was like, I keep getting dash attack instead of tilt. And people were like, oh, you should baby dash. It's like, guys, we can't teach him a 1-frame input. You could just teach him run, push down out of run to crouch, and then do a tilt. It's going to be way easier to do that than a 2-frame input. I think that sounds better. But people do this all the time.
Fighting games offer things that the other genres don't as well. Extremely fast match times. You know, one of the things that people complain about, this is a common one, is that in
baby dashing is 2. I thought I said 2 frames. Yeah, I know that it's 2 frames in Rivals 2. Yep.
In fighting games, you have periods of downtime where you don't get to do anything. Like someone will say, you just get hit and you get comboed for like 10 seconds and you can't.
This is like a great point that he brought up. This is a really good point, and I never thought about this until he said it. Listen here.
Do anything. This is a genres don't as well. Extremely fast match times. You know, one of the things that people complain about, this is a common one, is that in fighting games, you have periods of downtime where you don't get to do anything. Like someone will say, you just get hit and you get comboed for like 10 seconds and you can't play the game. There's no interaction, right? In other games, you don't have this. Like when you die in a Valorant round, sometimes you sit there and watch for a minute or two each round, right? Or if you play Deadlock, the respawn timers by the end of the game are like 70 seconds. Even the stuff about like, you know, fighting games are not a team game, so you have to take personal responsibility. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you decide to get good at any game, team game or not, you will inevitably need to take personal responsibility. The other games, I promise you, it is on you. Sure, you can blame your teammates or whatever, but fighting game players also never blame themselves when they lose. And inevitably, if you want to get good at a team game, you yourself must get better. You are the X factor.
But yeah, the people don't like playing fighting games because you just get comboed the entire time. It's like, but they like MOBAs where you have a 45-second to a minute-and-a-half long respawn? Sure. Okay.
Factor in every match. You're the part of the match that you can control. You have to get better. And if you don't take any personal accountability or like focus on your own improvement, then like, yeah, you're not going to get better. It doesn't matter if the game's a team game or a solo game or whatever. None of them are easy to get in. I literally, in the last few weeks, I taught people Deadlock, a shooter MOBA that's super complicated, and people who literally play MOBAs and shooters are like, this game's too fucking hard. Same thing with TFT. I watched everybody play TFT because of the Box About Bootcamp. So watching people learn fighting games and then also learn TFT and then also learn Deadlock at the same time, and everybody in all 3 of them was like, this is too fucking hard. Learning all of them sucks ass. I've taught so many new players League of Legends. It shit sucks ass. It sucks ass to learn every game. You don't have to believe me, but I prefer fighting games because I don't have to rely on teammates. And that's what I'm saying. I think.
So this is... Thank you, Zenderama. This is why when people are like, oh, he's going to give up on Rivals, it's like, if he likes Rivals, he'll keep playing because he put this video out a month ago. He gets that learning games is hard. Just let him learn. It's okay. I don't know if he'll keep playing it, but that's just if he likes it, he likes it. Great. He also, I don't know if he talks about it in here, but he got into this like, people were like, oh, you should do this thing instead. And he's like, that's not what I'm asking. How do I do this thing that I wanted? He was like, I want to know how to do a tilt out of dash. And instead people are like, oh, well, you should do this totally different thing. That's a better option. And he's like, yeah, but I want to learn how to control my character though. I want to learn. I am asking very specifically, I want to do this. I should learn how to do it instead of just like, but that's not good neutral. You should actually do this other thing. He's like, I just want to learn it. I don't care that it's not the best option right now, that it's not the best form of neutral. I just want to learn how to do it at all.
I think a lot of people, that's not an uncommon feeling either. The worst feeling to me about playing a MOBA is not playing a MOBA and losing, I'm not mad if like we went out there and we played against a team that was just a fucking bunch of base and we got cooked. The team games that are most frustrating to me always are games that are extremely winnable or even favorable for my team, and then my teammates get upset or they just get mad or they like don't want to play as a team and they just decide to give up or not care or like not try anymore. Somebody who tries but is bad at a game, I'm happy to play with their whole life. Someone who like doesn't give a fuck and like stops trying and like doesn't care about the game or doesn't care about getting better but is better than that other person, I would rather not play with them. Like, I only need you to function for like 20 minutes. I don't need you to give a fuck about your life any other part about the day but my game with you in a MOBA or a team game. Like, the rest of the day, if you want to bed rot and not drink any water and not have any snacks or like...
This is why I don't play Apex as often. I like Apex a lot, but I only play it with friends because my luck in random teammates has been so bad for exactly this. The person that is just like, I don't care. I'm going to run away and not play as a team now. All right, whatever. Deadlock has been hit or miss. Usually people have been decent because there's clear goals instead of just like, here's a map, go run. But yeah, this like, if you're going to queue into a team game, please care. Please care.
You know, take care of yourself. Whatever, man. Right now, on the Rift, I need you to be the best version of you that you can be, okay? I need you to go out there and hit those creeps and buy those items and kill those enemies, okay? Like, we gotta lock the fuck in. The minute you're off the Rift, you want to do whippets or whatever with your homie, like, whatever, you want to get some fentanyl, I don't care, man. Like, just do what you gotta do. But the minute we're on the Rift, I need you to lock in. You could call me slurs, but if you're gonna end the game with their Nexus exploding, whatever, man. Like, just, we gotta make it. I don't care. Just clock in. I'll report you after the match.
He's
but
going
in the match,
he's like clearly remembering a very specific situation
do drugs,
here.
But let's get Baron and then push together and get their inhib.
All right. Good video. It's hard to wrangle people that don't want to be wrangled. Then those people shouldn't play team games. I agree with him. Anyways, yes, if you don't know Sajam is wonderful. Definitely watch more of his stuff. He kind of does what I do. Actually, it's the other way around. I kind of do what he does, where I will like, he will likely upload, some of his stuff is just about fighting games in general. Some of his stuff is about Street Fighter. Some of it's about Tekken. Some of it's about, you know, whatever game he's playing at the time. Some of it's about Strive. Like, that's kind of what I'm trying to do with my YouTube channel, and kind of the stream. But like I want my place to be he does that for fighting games. I want to do this for platform fighters the ones that I'm enjoying, as well as some fighting games, because I do like Street Fighter a lot. But like hey, let's just chill and talk about this genre in general. Like, I think he's really great for that kind of thing. So I'm taking a lot of cues from his videos, even though a lot of mine are more edited. Though I will probably be doing a little bit more. Do you think a tutorial will bring in new players? I don't think it'll bring in new people, but I think it'll do a better job of hooking the people that are already in, if that makes sense. Like, I don't see people buying the game just because there's a tutorial in it. But I do see people that like tried it, or maybe they're interested, and then now that there's a tutorial, they're like, all right, I'll go back and learn that at least. Or they buy it for the first time and they play the tutorial. You know what I'm feeling? All right. We are going to play the game a bit. Okay, why is it doing this? Stop showing my stuff. There we go. I need to have a button to make it so that it doesn't show my YouTube and Twitter after I'm done. All right. Game. What's my favorite clearance game? Oh, God. That got loud. Where's the game? I see it on my screen. Where is it on this screen? There we go. All right. That was loud. All right, I'll turn it down. I had music turned off. because I was recording stuff. Is that better? Favorite Clarence skin? I really like the Slasher one right now. I like the Ranger one about. I'm not like, oh my god, this is the best one. I really like the Mint one. I just don't own it yet because you have to get to level 45 for it. Let me know if this is quiet enough now. Slasher's one sound effects sold it for me. The sound effects are so good. I love the windscreen noise for it. But that's who I've been playing basically for the last like 5 days. I know I was playing Zetter and Claren before. They might still be better, but I am loving Forest right now. I am loving Forest right now. And I'm finally climbing again after getting... learning fours dropped me down, not in rank, but I went from like almost plat in placements to like mid gold, and now I'm getting close to plat again. I'm getting close to plat again now that I've like learned a new character and I'm getting them better. There's like 10 tricks up their sleeves. Yeah. Rivals 2 sound design is one of its biggest gloves. I agree. The music was always great, but now we have the sound, and I think the fact that the music is now... I like the chiptune stuff, but I think the current stuff is so good. Also, I'm so glad they added the character icons in here, because dear God, I was losing a lot. I was forgetting what character my opponent was picked at all, and now they actually don't show pick on the other screen. They only show it here so that you can't counterpick each other. Real talk, are we still calling it? I've never called it that in Rivals 1, but that's because I won't say that on commentary. I have held in the entire time. Wow, let's bring it back. Oh, shoot. I thought they were over. I almost died there. Don't die. Okay, I died. Oh, that's why? What's why? Oh my god, I'm getting bodied. I need to stop reading chat for a sec. I'm doing the cardinal sin, which is jump straight into ranked without warming up. Usually what I find for Clarence is that I need to really make sure I am overshooting aerials, because they all want to dash back or do like safe movements in place. I really just messed up there. At least in like gold level, it seems to be true. They all want to do dash back, so you need to really overextend in order to hit the... Alright. Didn't roll out though, which I expected. I need to make sure I'm grabbing the smoke. I have not been doing that. Oh. Okay, we're bringing this back. I got grabbed. We take those. every day of the week. We do not homie stock in ranked. There's no homie stocks in the wild. If I can SD, they can too. They should have learned to control their character better. Oh, I hit that. Oh, I hit that one. Okay. Nope, you intentionally can't see. Also, I love the skin with the bounce house specifically because it adds some level of very deeply unserious, and I think it's very fun. Ah! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, just held ledge you had me. I keep trying to do that, that doesn't work on Claire. All right.
You won't get in my way.
For me, it's not a homie stock. It's I want to prove I can beat you without it. Yeah. I have seen people lose tournament sets for that. I've seen people lose, like, placements. I've seen... How do you stop Clarn from mashing on your shield as force? Movement out of shield, so good wave dashing out of shield. And... really being careful with, like, parries, actually. That's called a homie stock? Yeah, also that. What you described was literally a homie stock. I gotta go start on dinner. Thanks for hanging out. Rank is just whatever. I'm trying to, because in the last year, I've been to more tournaments than ever before where I was there for, like, commentary, but I couldn't enter because I was too busy. So I don't get to play in tournaments as often anymore. Between that and content and everything else. So I kind of have to treat ranked as a tournament light. Just so that I can get, like, into the zone faster. Oh god. You dashed all the way to the corner. Alright, I'm going for the overshoot too early. I should work them to the corner first. That was really good. Alright. Oh god, you held out. Okay. No! 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 That one they should have homie stocked for. Just gonna say it. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. This would have been an even game. I actually would have had the lead. It's not that I'm upset at them. Man, that swing happens to us all. Oh, I know. I know.
You won't get
I'm
in
not
my
upset.
way.
It was just the what was I gonna say? The fact that I went from being I was at like 12 and then I SD'd. Let me out. There we go.
See double.
How often do you use jab link into F tilt? I use the jab link into all of my tilts pretty often. Depends on DI and everything else and percents. My biggest thing right now is because I didn't main 4s in 1. Hey, Wisely, is it true that they're going to scan a giant JPEG of your face to use in the tutorial? I hope so. That's what I was told. If not, the fact that they scanned my face anyways makes that a lot more concerning. Also, what's up, Mucho? What's up, Mucho? Like Zordon and Power Rangers? That gives me a very different vibe now. How's today going? Good. We got through the me talking about the games, and now I'm playing the games. Yeah, the full face scan that Dan made me do gets a lot weirder if they don't use that in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh god. Ah, shoot. I can deal with this. I'm just letting myself get hit way too much. I also need to recognize when they're gonna land behind me from that more. Because that happens to me a lot still. Nope. Yeah, just basically that bad. I knew that's what he was gonna do, I just wasn't sure the best way to cover it. Oh shoot, I'm done. Alright. I saw that. Dan wanting to use it for my scan for his Halloween costume. I'll be clear, Dan did not scan me. This is just a fun joke. Especially when I haven't been able to get any smoke. Oh, that didn't kill. Let's get this. Actually, I would love to get a kill without it right now. Come on, don't just parry me in place. Oh wait, I don't get back from that. Interesting. Because I can't grab the clone because it's the super clone. All right. I've never tried to recover that way. We'll do better game 2, or I just bring this back now. Ooh, I held out. Oh god, you can combo that. Alright, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay. You should be able to be thrown by Super Clone. I think you can. I didn't think about the fact that Super Clone meant that I couldn't side B because Super Clone was still on stage. That's what I meant. Yep. I don't use Super Clone often. Because it's not good, but it is fun. Come on. game. Now, what if I can cape into this? I'm sure you can in some spots. Yeah. Down. Nope. Don't want to be in here. Barely missed. Alright. I do that a lot. I need to figure out this scene on it slightly better. I'm not good at canoes yet. There we go. I feel like he doesn't know how to play from behind, not behind a puddle, which means I should be better with a lead, because he's relying on the puddle a lot once he has it. Like, these are all just grab into forward. I am genuinely so okay with just letting him grab and then forward throw me over and over again. Alright. Like, I'm gonna special pummel, because I'm not okay with grabbing a forward throw if I'm on the puddle. Into down tilt. Bad timing. Bad timing. I need to learn when I can get smoked and when I can't. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I think I might be dead here. No. I'm tied. Okay, we're getting a secret one, I guess. Where am I? Okay. I missed that. Go. Clean it up. I'm trying to jump out, but that doesn't work against Orcane. The bubbles just cover all of that. All right. We got that. We get there. Yeah. If he doesn't have the puddle and forward throw, he seems very lost on bigger combos. Is recovery magneting into the nearest smoke cloud? Is that actually truly what's going on? Because it felt like that, but I thought I was just being bad. I think it makes sense for certain situations, but I thought I was going up. C-Mard, thank you for the follow. Thank you. It's messed up my clone just didn't take 2 stocks for me. True. But yeah, I am okay eating forward throw after forward throw as long as it's not on the puddle. Because it means that he's not doing stuff like that. I missed my wave dash up. I need to stop doing forward throw, or up throw. I know that it worked there, but it's very bad against most DIs. tried to parry! I tried to parry! Okay. Oh, weird. I keep trying to attack stuff in the air instead of, I need to like ledge dash up and parry immediately. That would get me out of a lot of this. Why didn't he? Okay, I think he just hit the wrong button. Also, I can parry triple jab if it's on shield. Oh, those. Stop doing special get up. You're getting hit for that. Oh shoot. Terrible DI. Terrible DI. Thank you for the follow. No! No! I got distracted. Oh no. Neat. Oh shoot. I thought he was going to shorten it because he had for all of the others. Don't try to get me with the... Yeah, you can't BM me like that. Told you. Idiot. I thought I'd get down here before he could get it out. Alright. Alright. Does the move? No, there's no sailing. Raster's get up special seems really bad. Don't use it too much, but it's one of the few that will just straight up kill people. It's not useful in a lot of situations, but in the situations where it works, it just kills them. Interesting. I'll pay attention to what you're saying for the smoke. Alright. That's alright. I felt good about how I was playing against that Arcane, considering they were a lot higher ranks than me. Or MMR. Not a lot, but enough. I want to play there against a sheep with needles. That's when I should use that. But see if he's figured out that he can just up throw and get me for like 50% every time. It's really annoying. Instead of doing the harder tech chase for like 10%. Oh, I messed up. I thought I got past. Yeah. I don't think Rano's too good right now, like some people are saying, but I do think that some of this stuff is too easy to do. Like, the hard level stuff is fine, and then the easy things are just like, oh my god, why can you just do that for free? On like every juggle state. Like there, that's the 50% I was talking about. And again, it's fine. Bro did not care about my clone at all. He's really easy and really hard. Yeah, no, I think optimal Rano is fine. It's the like easy level Rano where I'm like, oh, you're just gonna do the same throw every single time into the same follow-up every single time. That I'm just like, this feels too good for what it is. Ooh, I got the reverse. Easy to learn, hard to master, kinda, but also in a, like, probably easier to intermediate hard to master. I think Rano should reward advanced plays, but his good stuff is easy. Yeah, exactly. But that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think he's too good. You think he's top 2 personally? I think it's still... I'm still on Raster and Maple. I still think it's Raster and Maple. So I'm not in the, like, oh, we need to nerf Rano. I think we just need to tweak Rano. He should have some things nerfed and some things balanced. See, if you're saying that you feel like you get too lost in the movement for Rano, that means you're overcomplicating it. He does not need that. Not right now. Later, yes. If you try to play in the way Luck does, that's very different. I was trying to get the other to hit. There we go. He doesn't know which one is me. There we go. Like, I DI'd that well, and that just straight up killed at 90. My forward smashes, well, my, like, charged smash attacks won't kill at that percent. Oh, shoot, I'm caught. Caught. Alright, we got there. Okay. Oh, it's facing the wrong way! Oh, a lot of people just run in there. That was me being really wishful, though. There we go, there we go, there we go. No. Alright, I messed that up. Like, why was down smash into up smash optimal there? Oh, he can do the fun movement. Not dumb. No. Alright, well, we get a clone. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, got a soft spot. Yeah, yep. Yep. All right. All right. Yeah, I think Rano F Smash is crazy right now. The issue is that he's really consistent until he's not. I mean, that's fine. That's not the part I'm... It's not like I'm frustrated about it. It's that he has a really consistent combo game that can usually do about 50% on any throw, and then he can always get it into F Smash that kills you at about 70. Like, 80 to 90. That's the part that I'm like, that feels crazy. But like I said, I don't even think that he's too good. I think it's just that it's just like the stuff that makes him good feels too easy when he has a lot of other really cool things at his disposal that he just kind of ignores if you don't want to do it. I've been working. What's the big announcement? The big announcement is that I'm now partnered with SPIF Space, which is a streetwear like clothing company that's focused on a lot of like retro gaming inspired things. They do a lot of work in Smash and the FGC. And you can use the code wisely for 10% off your entire order on their website. Yeah, no, that kind of stuff is why I'm saying that I think that Rano is not too good. I just think he's too easy to do that with. It's like, there was this results post, which I don't like when people usually use those as balance things, but it was a results post from some region that had 5 Ranos in their top 8. It was at least 4 or 5. I know that 3 of them were like the top 3. And it's like, huh, that's clearly the character that's doing well against new people. I almost said that. Yeah, it'd be like if I could play Force, but instead of doing any smoke and clone stuff, his just neutral by itself was good enough to be like, yeah, I don't want to pull smoke stacks. I'm good enough without it. I need to recognize what person's going behind me. No, I got the wrong angle. There we go. You suck hard at smoke management. It's what I'm trying to work on the most right now. Because I understand neutral from just playing a lot of platform fighters, but smoke management is very unique to him. And I never played it at one, outside of like when the game came out. watching someone just totally whiff against one of my clones feels so good. Wait, was somebody in chat saying Rhino's recovery is not good? That's crazy. If you think Rhino's recovery is not good, I implore you to use your bubble more. With bubble, you have one of the best recoveries in the entire game. Come on. Dang, I'm getting mapled. He's keeping up stage. I thought I could shield that fast. There we go. Okay, that's it. Yep, because he didn't hit me. I hope we get a character that is teleport in neutral D. Huh. This person's pissed. I'm just gonna wait. Alright, now that you've calmed down, I'll hit the ready button. It's like dog training. I'm sure it's because they were making a good comeback. I messed up. And then they lost. But like, I don't care. Don't be a dick. Because it was like as soon as we were in select as well. This was not a like, oh, I've done that to people when I'm like, oh, they don't realize they haven't hit ready yet. I don't know how I spaced that. Oh god, that was, even without getting that was such a good call out on the DI. Holy crap. I should not be using that here that way. I don't land it yet. We go up to the flat. No. Probably can kill you off of that now. Oh, I messed up. Yep, I'm dead. All right. Okay.
That's a wrap.
I think it might just be going from Rivals 1 Rhino to Rivals 2 Rhino and being like, wow, my recovery is so much worse. Yeah, because ledges exist. There's an issue with it against people that know how to put big hitboxes between Rhino and the stage. Yeah, but that's every character. Like, that's just having a weakness in your recovery at all. Every character's recovery gets hit by someone putting a big hitbox there. Like that will beat out every character. If you didn't have that weakness, you'd be the best character in the game, for sure. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to put smoke down. That was a good snipe. This is clearly a Rivals 1 player. Or they've gotten really good fast. But they're hitting me with some really specific stuff that I'm impressed by. That hit me out of my smoke! I didn't even see. I thought the explosion was faster. Yeah, I got greedy. I got greedy! Two stacks, which means that I should put smoke out just for let me land! It's crazy that he can do that quick consistently before I can get shield out. Like, that is a very consistent setup that I'm hit by. Huh? Interesting combo. I'm about it. I really wanted to see if I could combo down smash into down smash. Dead? No, not yet. He won't go for it. Okay, this person doesn't feel comfortable chasing. I thought I could push them off and have the explosion work. Not sure why. Okay. That's alright. I should just run up and crouch cancel. I should run up and crouch cancel there. That's what it's in for. Stop it. I parried that! Alright, we're still on this. Guess I take a hit. This person's really good at getting me wrapped. Oh, I thought you went through. No way! I couldn't shield that fast? Alright. Alright.
That's a wrap.
A guy that was beefing with a friend of mine claims he's a year ahead of the meta and then didn't make it out of pools in today's coin box. Yeah, if anybody's telling you they're a year ahead of the meta, they're fucking lying to you. I'm sorry. Like, that's not the way that works. No one is a year ahead of the meta. That's not how that happens. Toxic Tomato Tank, thank you for the follow. Like, I know that I'm not doing great right now, but that's okay. I'll get better. You're already playing Rivals 4, right? Apple jump scare for real? I was eating it earlier. Yeah, unless you are playing a new character because you're a beta tester, you're not a year ahead of the meta. What character? Fleets? Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be the climb to plat that I was hoping for right now. But I am having a much better time relearning stuff as fours than I was like really feeling like I was running my head into a wall as Clarion and Zetter. Not that I think Clarion and Zetter are bad, but just like learning new stuff has been more fun than being like, oh, I'm in plat but barely, or like I'm trying to push to diamond or whatever. Like, I feel like I'm doing more fun, interesting things. And I would much rather take some time to learn. I'm so lucky. Whoa, that grab was actually really good. I need to stop holding up and in on that throw because it's what's getting me hit by all 3 arrows and it sucks. Like that. Exactly like that. A better punish for that kind of situation. The V started when the guy told me that Orking was bad because he could beat him consistently in training mode. Oh yeah, you should know that. Like that person's not even worth arguing with. I need to recognize when that cape is pulling behind me. Honestly, great idea. Just didn't execute. No, yeah, we tech. There we go. No character is bad? Yeah, exactly. I have a video coming out soon where I literally say that Locks can win a major. I will stand by that every day of the week. There we go. You don't like Ethereum fours because the walls are too small? I mean, yeah, I only go here versus certain characters. I've seen a lot of YouTubers new to the game complain about shouldn't locks be F tier, and it's, yeah. I mean, the video that that will be coming out is basically like the worst character in the game isn't bad. I finished the video by saying, like, go ahead, make tier lists, it's fun, but like, if you make a tier list and you have a tier that's lower than B tier, you're like, I'm just gonna laugh at you, and that's okay. Like, talking about character power levels is enjoyable. I get it. Okay, I fast fell the down special there. working on when I can do drop down combust. I think the fact that we have ledges actually makes combust really good. People are all trying to go to the ledge. And I can just drop down there and combust if I do it right. I was past you. I was past you. It's okay. When did I die super early? I must have, like, either SD'd or just not remembered it. I thought we were even. I really want to just get parried into this because it's funny. Ah, shoot, I couldn't get to the wall. I couldn't get to the wall. There's some feature characters that might not be good in this game, but that's my bias speaking. And Orcane, who is a bottom tier in the first game, is a lot better. We are getting some revisionist history. Holy crap. When was Orcane a bottom tier? When Zaro was number 2 in the world? What? What? I also said that the worst character in Rivals 1 could win a major, so like, take that with what you will. No character in Rivals 1 was bad either. But hearing that anybody was a... What was it? There was a point where every single character in Rivals 1 was in the top 50. Not only the top 50, but like the top 20. No character in Rivals 1 was bad either. After people saying that are trying to gaslight you. I need to stop trying to jump out of stuff. Thank you for... Why didn't I teleport to the smoke correctly that time? Gonna do it again. I do think there's some characters that are easier. That doesn't make them better or worse. I'm getting grabbed. I'm getting grabbed! And I'm just letting it happen. Because I can't figure out how to kill. I got grabbed out of that? If I knew my parry timings. Alright, I clearly just needed to be using Clone more because she swung at the wrong one every single time. And it's not been a mix-up. I've been doing the exact same thing. Wait. Ah, shoot. Alright. Orcane did seem a lot weaker. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The number 2 player in the world was an Orcane player. Like, that's what I'm saying. But I think people are doing the exact same thing in Rivals 2 right now, where they are taking their experience at like a mid and or a low level and being like, ah, this is what the game is like. But it just doesn't work. tried to parry it. I tried to parry it. I didn't do that. I wanted to roll. That second part of the forward smash was supposed to be a turnaround forward cape in the other direction. No! Ah! All right. It's fine. Somehow I ended up at like 60 points lower than I started the session on. That's fine. I feel like I'm so close because there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, if I could just tighten up this one extension, if I could just do whatever, I'd be able to make this happen. Like, I feel like I'm really close to making Force click. He's already feels really fun. Losing streaks in this game are tough. It's fine. It's fine. It's more that I'm just like, oh, if I could figure out how to kill in this situation just slightly better, if I could figure out how to do this just a little bit more, we'll get there. I feel like I'm like a step away on a lot of this. But considering it's my first time putting a lot of time into Force, I'm okay with not being good yet. And I do need to call it. I didn't realize what time it is. I had something that was supposed to start 10 minutes ago. That is my bad. So let's find someone to raid, and then we're going to chill. I do want to remind everybody that we do have this sponsor. What is that noise? Oh, it's whatever Twitch autoplayed. I do want to remind everybody that we do have the new sponsorship with SPIF. You can find that in the description of the video. If you're on YouTube, you can find it on Twitter. I don't have a panel built out on Twitch yet, but I'll get one there. Code Wisely for 10% off anything on their store. That is spiffspace.com. They've got some dope clothes. Literally, the hat and the shirt that I'm wearing right now are from them, and they didn't send these to me. I bought these like a year ago. They are going to send me some stuff, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, who are we going to raid? Oh, Stango is streaming with Switch? I'm down for that. I'm down for that. We'll send you guys there. We will send you guys to them. That sounds easy. Let me raid, though. Twitch, let me raid. Raid Switch? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm going to raid Stango, who's streaming with Switch. They're doing a co-stream. Yep. Yeah. They're both streaming it together. Boom. And the only reason I'm doing Stango is because he's got lower viewers. That's literally it. All right. Start raid. Say what's up. I hope he's having a good time. And boom. Yeah, go watch Stango. He's one of the best players in the world right now. I think he's top 5 for sure.
One with him.
Okay.
Right now I'm in the limit testing phase.